episode 5. It's a lot of episodes to have made it so far.
Has it really been 5 episodes?
It's been 5 episodes. Took you guys 4 episodes to hit level 2. I think the longest number of sessions it's ever taken a party in one of my games to get to level 2. But you're here. And since you're here, I suppose there's something all of you should do for me in the chat.
Roll hit points.
Yep.
Oh.
Nice.
Who's next?
Scared.
Average. Below average, actually.
Less than average.
Oh!
Max, roll.
Take it.
I don't know.
So, where your hit points are, there's the little bar at the top that says hit points. You can click on that, and that will auto-roll it.
Oh.
That is a 3 for Tom.
Oh.
Yeah. Not a lot of luck here. 1 big luck, 1
Brother.
almost luck, and then...
Brother, look at me. I'm the tank now.
All right, guys. Don't forget you also get the +1.
Yep, you get
Plus
1
1 hit
because
point.
we're doing the everybody has finding Helene or whatever it's called. Whatever they renamed it to, since they were like everybody and their brother can't know this Helene person.
That's still not bad.
No, it's respectable overall. I think everybody's got enough hit points there. Besides, hit points aren't how I'm going to kill you anyway.
Not me, man. I'm gonna die in 1 hit. I rolled a 3. That the absolute worst I could do without re-rolling.
Yep. All right.
What's everyone's max HP?
15.
18.
22.
26.
Damn, 24. I guess you are the tank now.
All right. So, how did you guys make it to level 2?
Well, last session we did some more research on the other businesses that we knew were in the same building as brain words things.
RJ Fiscal?
RJ Fiscal. Yeah, that's the thing I was looking for. So we figure out that there's a 2-person law firm, Upich and Kabag, which is a law firm specializing in business ownership issues run by 2 goblinoids. We find out that there's a K-Boom, which specializes in micro-explosion experiments run by an elf named Renoir, and an office of mental health run by a hobgoblin named Glenra, with an assistant named Wenda, and her specialty is mental wellness, that she has like unique and crazy ways to overcome your problems. We don't really know what those are. So we know that there's like for sure at least a couple of people who are unaccounted for there, who like deduction, trying to figure out who people are, but we even had that a little off. But Lynn decides to go check out the therapist office, has a session with the therapist, and gets some information on the layout of the place. We learned that like there's a guard at the front desk who has goggles. We kind of learn where the therapist office is and a little bit of the layout. Yeah, we get some interesting different drugs from Dragomir. And we do some scouting at the back and figure out that there is one woman who always leaves approximately at the moon's peak or so. An elven female with long golden hair, youngish, well-dressed. But anyway, she always comes back super drunk, so we kind of concocted our base plan based on sneaking in when she comes back. And yeah, we get inside the building and we find the office that we're pretty sure is the correct office. We have to take out the guard on the way. We are able to find the documents we were looking for. We grabbed a handful of them and found some mysterious rock that seems to sap your energy when you're near it. and we end up stealing that. And now we are, all of us except for Dracus are headed back to the place. Names are blinking me today.
Cresthaven.
The hall, yeah, Cresthaven Hall, to figure out what we should do about said rock. While I think Dracus is heading to his house and is going to wait a couple hours until hopefully he hears from us.
Yeah. So let's start there. Dracus, I need a stealth check to pass through the gate calmly and casually.
Oh no.
Ooh, very good. Yeah, so you're moving through. You're kind of like keeping an eye out as you're like getting ready to make this move to make it look like you can just kind of blend into one of the groups that's on their way out of the area. And you kind of piggyback right at the right time as you notice in a group head for the gates. You kind of you walk over, just staying at about the right pace, and move on through with them. They're not bothered at all, and neither are you. And you can start making your way back home.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna head there. What are the buildings like around the building I'm in, and how tall are the buildings over there?
So a lot of these are smaller buildings over in Duke's Castle. That Duke's Castle is thought to be one of the places where, if the creatures come, they're either going to come from the south or they're going to come from the east. There's a lot less of a worry that they're going to come from the north. And so a lot of stuff there is built to not be above the wall. So it's mostly lower to the ground, nothing usually more than 3 stories.
Okay. Is it possible to, like, they don't have, like, locks to get into the buildings? Or do they?
Some places will, some places won't. It depends on, like, what kind of building. If it's somebody's home, there's like a 80-90% chance that they have a lock. If it's a business, it's locked. If it's like a apartment, you can probably easily get into the main lobby area. But after that, the houses in there or the apartments in there are probably going to be locked up.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go on the roof of a building near my building, like
Okay.
within visual range, and then, if possible, leave my backpack there with the stone in it, and then go back to my rooftop and watch it with my bow drawn, just in case.
Okay, no problem. So what I think you can do there is give me both a stealth and a perception check, and we'll see if you can find an open opportunity to get into another building. Good. Very good. Yeah, so you're keeping your eyes out. You're watching for that right moment when somebody comes out through the door, and you kind of slip around, grab the door right before it closes, slip inside, and head up the stairs until you get to the rooftop. You can find a place to hide away. Are you hiding away your whole bag, or are you going to like try to carefully pull the rock out and put it up there?
I don't want to. Like, after seeing his reaction when he tried to touch it, I do not want to. Like, would it be possible to get the roll and the thing out without being in danger of touching the rock?
There's always a possibility if you're interacting with the rock itself that you touch the rock.
Whole book bag.
Okay.
The whole kit and caboodle. I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right. You can head back down and out. Head over to your house and keep an eye on it from the roof.
Yep.
The other 4 of you, I believe, we're heading to Cresthaven Hall.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll arrive at night. There is a sort of skeleton crew that works the night shift here at Cresthaven Hall, and so things are fairly quiet as you come in. Yeah. There's a familiar face that roams the area still as well. The tall elven gentleman makes his rounds from place to place, chatting up people and keeping people having a good time even this late into the hours. Your table still remains empty there in the back. What's your plan?
Yeah, move over to the table and call call our contact over.
The four of you have a seat, and he will eventually make his way over to you. What can I get for you? Do you have successful practice tonight?
Yes, but there's something else that might be more important.
Well, what could be more important than practice? Have you come up with some kind of new strategy or discovered some kind of new technique?
Yes, we're in overtime, and the opponent has run a play that we weren't expecting. We're trying to figure out if it's a play we should respond to, or just forget about entirely.
So this is a new play you haven't seen before and was not part of your original plan.
Potentially, we thought it was a play that we had scouted, but then they changed a little bit about it.
Well, that always makes things more difficult in any game. What I like to do before I evaluate any plan and its potential weaknesses is I like to clear my mind, look at some nice scenery, get a fresh and level head. And I often find that the right path to success in beating these things often lies just beyond the view of what's around me.
Yeah, so we go downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking way too abstractly about that one.
Like, this is the most ridiculous way for him to be like, why don't y'all go downstairs? Like, oh
You
my
can't
God.
say there's a
Yeah,
downstairs.
I know. I think, like, Tess is just, like, all of this, like, I'm like, this is so annoying.
Yeah, but after that, the four of you can go downstairs, and it will look nowhere near suspicious. And yeah, go through the whole process, get down there. And down there, you will find... cannot believe I'm forgetting his name already. Okay, no, where are you? Is it funny? No.
Fjord?
Yes. Ford is waiting down there. You've made it back.
Yeah, so we got the papers,
Uh-huh.
but we also took this rock that is like a life-draining rock as a distraction to have them maybe focus on that instead of the papers.
Nobody.
Is this
no
rock
one
important?
touched the
Is this some-
Noquil, did they?
Yes.
Someone
I
touched
look
it?
at Valario.
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
Valario over here.
Yes, felt the life being sucked out of me, but I'm more resilient than that.
Did
say it
you
was
actually
Noquil? I
feel it?
thought-
Did you actually feel it being sucked out of? I'm sorry. Quartz. Blight quartz. I misspoke.
I was gonna be like, wait a second, we're pretty sure this was not Noquil?
Did you actually feel the life being sucked out of you?
I felt like it was trying to suck it out of me,
But you were able to resist?
yeah, so only made contact briefly by accident.
Good. You need to be careful around the material. It is also very unstable. It would be best if you can get it to us. This would be very helpful in our efforts against the. It would be very helpful in our efforts.
Right, so Drakus has it right now. We didn't want him to bring it here in case it was, something that they'd immediately look for or that could put this place in jeopardy.
It is unlikely that it would put this place in jeopardy. There are a lot of deposits of this substance deep beneath the city and around the city. Lots of people seem to have small amounts of this properly secured, and it is imperative that we get it into a proper container, or else it will slowly fade into nothingness.
Okay. So we need to go meet Dracus like right away, because otherwise he's going to assume that we're not gonna bring it here. So yeah, we gotta. Is the container something we can bring to it, or?
No, the.
Okay.
I wonder. Hold on. We have a makeshift container that might work. One moment. He'll walk over, talk to somebody in the background, and they will head off, fetch something, and bring it back. It is a fairly large container. Will this be big enough?
Would it?
Is it a gauge check?
Yeah, give me a gauge check.
Oh, I have a praise. That sounds like a praise could do it too.
Praise I would allow as well. So yeah, you still probably manage to fit it.
Do you have any special gloves before we handle this thing again, or?
Fair point. One moment. Here. These should do the trick. He gives you this this very heavy set of greaves.
I'll take them.
Be careful
that's
not to
going
let
on.
it touch your skin at all. If you can, wrap up your face just in case some accident might happen.
All right.
Yeah. So well, we gotta go meet Dracus then, real quick.
Safe travels.
Will we be doing this in disguise, or should we unload our inventory before doing this?
If you have things that you want to drop off, now would be the best time. If there was success aside from just this blight quartz.
Okay. I'll derobe and put my shield and my gauntlets and my leather in the closet. We have like lockers. Is that what it is? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically, you guys come here in costume or out of costume?
Well, we
of-
had changed out of
Yeah, that's what I
costume
thought.
in that
I'm just making
alleyway,
sure.
is
Yeah, okay.
What? Yeah.
I just mean I'm taking it out of my bag and putting it in and stuff.
Got it.
Would a spiked gauntlet be very like? Can I just keep my spiked gauntlet on, and that's like not very like identifying? Like,
If you want to, you can for now. I will say though that if that becomes like a kind of like trademark thing that's seen regularly, people might start being able to see like that gauntlet looks strangely like this gauntlet.
you know what? I'll just shove it then. I'll be extra safe.
Okay.
I'll be a bitch. I don't really need it.
Yeah, I'll put away all my stuff, but I'll keep my mask just to wear it when I'm handling the stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what I can do to help. I can't probably carry the rock. I'm not strong enough, but I could probably bring like just like trying to like imagine like what I could do to like help steady who's ever carrying it, or just be like maybe like my own blanket. I'll just take just as like an extra precaution for whoever's picking it up.
Okay.
They have like just like a blanket or something like that I can steal.
Yeah, they have some thick cloth that you could use.
Okay. That's about all I can offer on this.
And Tassara had the papers. Were you dropping them off with him?
Since we were leaving so fast, I wasn't gonna give them the papers yet, but I was gonna put them in my locker, because just in case we get stopped, I don't want this shit on me.
Well, then at that point, then Ford will say, "So you weren't successful?"
Oh, okay. If he's gonna talk me this up, I'll say, no, we were. I was able to grab a handful of these papers that I believe all have the name on it, and they also had a log sitting on their kind of looked like maybe a receptionist desk. It had some interesting info in it. I wasn't really sure if it would be of any importance, but I copied down as much as I had time to.
Good. For a moment there, I thought maybe you had stolen the log, but copying it is much better.
No, just copied what information I could.
We'll see what we can gather from it. Thank you.
Yeah, so I have like 6 of these papers. Does he want all of them?
He'll take all of them.
Okay, so I'll give him all 6 papers and everything that I was able to copy out of that log, and I will
Okay.
remove them from my character sheet.
All right. Yeah, then the 4 of you can head out to pick up Dracus. You are on your way to meet up with Dracus, where he had said he is.
I would recommend we don't go together again.
Okay.
Just like me and my brother, probably, and sort of just not, so that we're not just a group of a big, a small, you know, like too similar to the footage.
Okay. And then I need to know exactly how people are traveling.
So I guess would it be you two and then me and Kitten?
Yeah, I'd say that's good.
Okay, so you're in groups of 2?
Yep.
Okay. So
I'll ask Kitten, do you want to try to stealth as we go, or are we just going quickly?
Yeah, I actually can, what is this? Reduce the penalty for using stealth while moving by 5?
Yeah, I have some like reduced penalties on the stealth while moving too.
okay. So why don't you two give me stealth checks?
Sounds good.
What about Lynn and Valerio?
Change that.
I guess we'll discuss it. Should we? It's laid out. Should we try to be unseen, or is it more suspicious if we're skulking in the shadows?
With my armor and everything stowed away, I'm quite stealthy. What I think might be best to just stay behind the shadows, unless I don't really have a good reason to be out this late. I guess we could say we were just visiting potential clients.
Yeah.
If we wanted to go that route. This is, after all, one of the areas near Lascas that we would potentially be expanding our market to.
Yeah, I don't see a downside to just trying to be a little bit stealthy. If they ask,
I agree.
Trying to be out of the way.
So we're not like, I guess then what we're doing is we're not like skulking in the shadows, but we're kind of like going along buildings and stuff and just trying to be out of the way.
Okay.
But not so suspicious that's like someone's watching camera that looks like, oh, why are they inching along a building kind of thing.
Sure. If you are to some degree sneaking, then I'll still need a stealth. Stealth is just a measure of how well you move without being noticed in a situation.
It's probably the only time I'll ever be Kitten Chewer.
His heads. So, double check this. I think though that's pretty good. Yeah. The 4 of you will end up arriving there, safe and sound. As you were traveling, though, Tess, the 2 of you do manage to slip past a pair of guards that's roaming the streets. Thankfully, though, they are distracted by something else as you guys start moving through the area. Otherwise, you're sure they would have spent time shaking the 2 of you down, or at least you. Because you would be a bit out of place in some. Well, I guess actually both of you would be. You'd be exactly the kind of people to be creating a bother for. But it all ends up working out, and you arrive at the home of Dracus. Dracus, give me a perception.
Yeah, I was waiting. Oh, okay, nice. I was like, I am kind of on the roof. Hopefully I see him coming.
Yeah, so you'll see Tess as she starts coming into range, but you don't see the rest of them with her.
All right, I'm going to assume they just sent her, so I'm going to head down.
Okay. You're going to hop down off the roof and head on over.
Hey.
Apparently she went away, though.
Sorry, Steve. This was, what was the name of the stone again? Blight something
Blight Quartz.
Blight Quartz.
Yep. And the entry that is in the SRD is slightly different than what this material is here.
And that was Ford that told it was Blight Quartz?
Yes, that was Ford that said it was Blight Quartz.
Oh, hey, we got to go in this building over here, actually. I'm going to lead her up to where I headed.
Okay.
I'm assuming nobody else is there.
If nobody else makes their presence known, they can sneak with the rest of with the two of them.
Yeah, I'm sneaking.
Okay. Once again, though, I'll need a perception to try to get a good hit on the door and a stealth.
Oh no.
Everybody else can help as well, though. The first roll is a 19, actually, so you do get a good perception. And yeah, you'll manage to get into the door, and you all can head up. And it's about the time you reach the roof that you'll notice that there are other people following you.
Oh. Jeez, you guys are sneaky.
Hi, Dracus.
Hey, how's it going? I'm guessing everything's all right?
Yeah, the stone is blight quartz. I have no idea what that means, but we shall find out soon.
How exciting. I'm gonna grab my book bag, throw it on my back. So are we bringing it back to the hall?
Out of curiosity, now that I know what the name is, can I try to roll something to know more about it again?
Sure. I will give you a knowledge geography here.
Geography.
Or an appraise. Either one of those will work.
Or appraise.
Yes.
We'll go with knowledge geography.
Okay. Yeah, so blight quartz is a very dangerous type of stone that is a blend of a couple of different things. It is a sort of manifestation of what has happened because of tampering from outsiders, evil outsiders in the world, kind of spilling their dark energy into the world, and also a bit of a blend of shit. Come on, brain. Oh, and a bit of a blend of like material, what they call materialized chaos. There are a few instances of this in a couple of other ways. Materialized chaos is often like modifies other physical components. In this case, like it is taking this quartz that's already kind of tainted by dark energies and blending a little bit of this this sort of chaos to it as well. It is incredibly dangerous, and excessive exposure to it directly can result in negative level drain. In addition to that, if it is not contained in a proper storage vessel, something that keeps it from having access to certain amounts of like external energies, it will slowly deteriorate into nothingness.
Well, that's quite concerning.
Well, lucky we brought this container with us, and I'll don the gauntlets that they gave us and pull out the container and put on the mask to cover my face and motion for the bag to be brought over to me.
Yep.
I'll bring it over, but I'm gonna set it down and step away.
Okay. I still need a D20 roll from you, Valerio.
Sure.
Perfect. Literally just a will you roll a 1 check. And you can go ahead and lay it down on the inside. And seal it up.
What's happened to my bedroll? Is it like all wrecked, or does that have fragments of the stuff?
You would need to investigate it. Do you want to feel around on it and see, or get real close to it?
Look with my eyeballs.
I mean, these could be microfragments.
Well, I'm looking at it. Does it look different?
You don't see anything different about it.
Okay, so I'll just keep it. I'll roll it back up and put it back in the bag for now. Take my backpack back.
Yep. You start to roll it up, and you notice that nothing happens.
Well, I'm still wearing the gauntlets, and then I remove my mask, and then take the gauntlets off, and yeah,
okay.
Get ready to head back.
I'm gonna take the blanket and as slowly as I can just put the blanket around it so it's not rattling around in there.
Okay.
Just want it to be sort of like cush.
Yep. Cool. You're not wearing gauntlets. Give me a D20 roll.
Yeah.
I was thinking that, like, fuck that.
The mistress won't allow me to be hurt.
It's fine enough. You're above 10.
It's close, though.
Don't doubt the mistress, sir.
Yeah, so what's the plan for getting back now?
We gotta do our split up thing again.
Belt back.
Yeah, I'll go back on my own.
Okay.
This will look a little suspicious, just carrying around a random metal crate. Perhaps we make it look like a meat container or something, just in case.
How do we do that?
I don't know.
I got disguise.
What does Alaska usually ship his meats in? Tess?
Have I ever seen what he ships
Large
in?
wooden crates, or like
Alright.
there. He sometimes has other ways of doing it, but it's usually like wrapped in crepe or what not crepe paper, but that special kind of paper that it's just not, my brain is not triggering the proper way to say it.
Wrapping paper, it's a present.
Yes, wrapping paper. I know every time I go to the market to get meat, they wrap it up in a wrapping paper and put a nice bow on it.
God, yeah, I'll just.
Happy meat day for you. But as far as containers, like container can vary. But you guys don't really have a lot of pieces to make this container look like a different kind of container.
Even if it's not perfect, if I can just try a little bit, I'll just like find whatever blankets or whatever, just so it's not like this. It's just like a metal case we have.
Yeah, it's like a giant metal case.
Yeah.
So I mean, that sounds like something that you might normally carry this stuff in, though, right?
I mean, theoretically, people carry a lot of different things in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. So if you disguise it, it might actually look more interesting.
Okay. Then I just won't mess with it.
Do we in the container? Does this thing take is there a lid or is it just a?
Yeah, it has a
open?
lid. 100% has a lid.
Okay. Does the rock reach the lid, or is there like room in between the lid and the? Is there space?
Let's see. Hold on. There is some space.
Yeah. So I'll put the gauntlets back on. I'll open up the lid, and I'll the blanket that. Oh my god, I'm blanking on your character's name. Lynn put in there. I'll kind of wrap it over it so it covers the top, and I'll ask around. Does anyone have any food or something we can put on top that it looks like it's full of that instead of just in case someone opens it?
Oh no, I ate it all. Unfortunately,
You ate it all.
all of the food that I had, I've eaten it. Oh, we're right near my house though.
Yeah,
I've got food upstairs. I haven't eaten all of that. So I'll run
We
up
could just
and
put
grab-
things over it so it looks like it's full of that. So if they just open it and look at it, it doesn't look inconspicuous. If they were to actually dig in, they would see it. But at least it's something.
okay.
Very wise of you, brother.
I'll go get some of my equivalent of Dave's red food and put it on top of there.
Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
some gruel and gruel-like substances.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the
Alright.
gauntlets on, I'll take the stuff and arrange it so that it tries to look like this is what this thing is full of as best I can.
Yeah, and I had rolled a
look at-
16 on my disguise as I guide him.
Yep. Yeah, so you can make it look nice, nice in there. Maybe like you guys are coming back from a picnic somewhere or something along those lines.
Yep. I'll close the lid back up, remove the gloves, gauntlets or whatever, put them back in my bag, and I guess carry this container unless anyone else wants to.
Nope.
I'm much too weak.
I'll try and help a little bit, but I won't be able to do anything. I'm literally just like, I'm that person in the 4-person lift of like some heavy object that my corner is just not at the right elevation as everyone else. So I was just acting like I'm helping, but I'm doing shit all.
Okay. So you guys are divided into 3 different groups, and
I'm
so
actually going to try to follow their group at a distance in case things go wrong and they need help. I can
Okay.
help.
In that case, I will also need a perception from you.
Oh man.
Got to keep an eye on him if
Oh.
you're gonna follow him. Okay.
Sorry, I just want to state this too. Just as the moment we're leaving his place, I'll activate my another minute of shifter aspect
Okay.
to give me a bonus on my stealth just in
Sure.
that moment.
How long does your shifter aspect last for?
1 minute.
Okay. So that really won't work because the stealth check I'm giving you is basically for like an hour of travel or like a half hour of travel.
Right. I'm just saying, like in that moment where we're leaving his building, I'm trying to be unseen and unnoticed.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So I don't know if that's like a separate check you want or.
Yeah,
just
give me.
something.
You can give me a stealth check from there, and then a stealth check, and so give me 2 stealth checks.
Right. So this is the one with the bonus, and then I'm taking off my aspect.
Yep.
And this is my non-bonus check.
Okay. So I've got a check from. Got a check from Grey Bloom. I've got a check from Tess. I got a check from Valerio. I got a check from Dracus. And there's the check from Lynn. Perfect. And now the check from something. Yeah, so you guys are traveling. Valerio, you're keeping yourself kind of off a little bit. But Lynn, you're trying to do like the best you can to be sort of assistive, but it kind of makes you stand out a bit in what's happening here. And a guard will kind of come wandering over to the two of you. Excuse me, what do you got? Where are you on your way to?
I look to Lynn immediately.
Oh, hello, good sir. We are transporting goods, food, back to our business.
This time of night? It's a dangerous time to be out, isn't it?
Well,
You never know what beast could get through the wall.
likewise, though, if you carry food around in the streets during the day, literally everyone and their mother will be asking you for some. This is the only way to get food from place to place without, well, losing all of it.
That sounds semi-plausible, but I'll need a bluff check to really confirm how much I believe it.
Oh, God.
Nice.
It's plausible enough that I guess I can buy that. All right,
Valerio
well,
just like grins and smiles.
all right, well, get there quickly. I don't need any bit of frustration. Last thing I want to do is write a report on 2 idiots roaming the streets, getting accosted for their food. They'll have my job, and they'll have, I'm sure, yours too.
That is the type of bookkeeping that no one wants to do. Thank you very much, sir. May your nights go well. I hope there are no brigands around, of course. There never are. You
No,
know.
everything here is always safe and secure.
Yes, of course. So I hope you just have a good stroll through the night then.
Yeah.
Onward, brother. Let's go. Can't let the food get bad.
But the 3 of you can make your way back to Cresthaven.
Man, when he said there's no brigands about, I was like, and here I am skulking behind them like a brigand.
Yeah.
All right.
You are back at Cresthaven.
Well, we got a food delivery here for. So.
For Mr. Ford.
Excellent. Would you please put it in the back?
Of
Also,
course.
there's no one by the name of Ford here, but I'm sure that was just that you're just getting confused
Oh,
with one of your other clients.
Fred, I'm sorry.
Yes, thank you.
She calls everyone Ford. She's not. I whispered. She's not really, you know. Let's go. I'll go to the back.
Yeah, so there's a specific different place they're having you go. He points to a different door to go through. And if you go through that door, it is a storage room.
Oh. Okay. I walk in. I guess is there a clear place for it to be put, or is it?
Yeah, there's plenty of spots to put it.
Okay. I guess I just put it in any spot I deem it to fit.
Yep. And then you can head out of the room. Are you taking the food out of it, or are you leaving the food in there?
No, I'm assuming it's contaminated at this
Okay.
point. But I will tell them that we put some. There's a blanket and food with the main item, in case that matters to him.
Yes, this was a food delivery. I'm glad you used the blanket to properly keep it from bouncing around in there with the cooling item. Thank you.
Yes, of course. This is the same guy we were spotting. It's not another random person, right?
This is just the person who works behind the counter.
Oh God, I look at Kitten Chewer. Is this the proper place for this thing? I look at Kitten Chewer.
I'll stealthily head downstairs to talk to that dude.
Okay.
about it.
Yeah, give me a stealth check to slip down there.
Stealth.
Cool. Yeah, you get down there. You assume unnoticed. And you can let them know. They'll inform you that they have somebody who'll go in and pick it up then from that room. There's a secondary route to get into there, but it's not as easy to access.
All right. Do I need another stealth for stealth and backup?
No, you won't need another stealth for stealth and backup.
Yeah, it's good, guys.
I hope they're aware of the urgency that no one goes in that thing by accident. But okay.
I hope somebody's planning to pay for my food. I'm gonna hold out my hand.
Boy.
Pay for the food delivery.
Yes, I could easily see that your meals are taken care of. Dragomir steps up behind the five of you. I think it's the least I can do for you guys getting our new shipment in here so quickly. This wonderful new stuff that you've concocted that I've heard so much about that you're going to be providing to us, right, Lynn?
Exactly.
Just make sure your right chefs get to it before.
I'm sure the proper people will work with it beforehand. People around here know the things that they are good to cook with and know the things that they shouldn't cook with, so that shouldn't be a problem.
All right. Well, I've worked up a huge appetite. I order a hero's feast.
All right. Well, you don't get a hero's feast, but you get a decent amount of food either way. They most certainly do not have a hero's feast here.
I would like to make my way down there just to talk plainly with them about like any contamination that I might have in my backpack with my bedroll and all that.
Yeah, if you hang out for a bit, have some food, and then hand words, I would like you to be working today. And then head over to the gallery. It won't look suspicious. It mostly just looks suspicious if you walk in and immediately head to the gallery.
No, yeah, I would wait after a drink or some food.
But yeah, you can head down. And yeah, they'll reassure you that all of this is fine. If anything that's in contact with it is given like merely a few minutes or a few hours, it will kind of fade away on its own. Micro bits of it don't last very long. When it's he explains, think of it like a refrigerator, or think of it like a cool box. If you have an object that is in a cool box for a long period of time, it will be cold. If you take a small object out of that and put it out on your counter, you'll notice that gets very warm very quickly. But if you have a much larger object that has been in the cool box and you take it out, even the outer fringes of that thing will still take more time to drop in temperature than the tiny thing that you left out. This is the same principle behind the contamination caused by this stone.
Valeria will pretend he understood all that. I understand.
I can see that you probably don't, but I'll just say this in simple terms. Your thing should be fine.
Well, here are your gauntlets back.
Thank you.
And yeah, I will rejoin everyone else after a short time.
Okay.
Getting my stuff over. I'll return my mask and stuff and put it in my locker. And then,
so some info that is going to be useful for all of you that they'll explain later is that you brought them back a pound of blight quartz. This can pretty much be refined on a pound for pound basis with another object. So right now they could make you a weapon that is a blight quartz weapon that is of weight 1 pound. If you use it, it is an unstable weapon. So there is a chance that the weapon can break on a botch. And if it does, then you lose the blight quartz it's basically irreparable. It gets like lodged in the person and doesn't end up working out. It also needs a special thing to be stored in, so you don't want to be carrying it around in your hand for too long. It's not the kind of weapon where you like pull it out and you get ready for something. It's the kind of thing where you need to pull it out only when you're actively in combat. Otherwise, the exposure could result in you being affected by it. And if you hit somebody with it, they make a fort save or take a negative level.
Jeez.
So it is incredibly, incredibly powerful.
So you can just bonk people out of existence.
Yeah, you could straight up kill super low level people. Like if you walked around the street and you stabbed people with a dagger like this, their bodies would kind of like crumple on themselves, because the average person on the street probably couldn't survive a stab from this.
Sounds like this might be a good fashion weapon for a rogue, or someone who can make use of it in a tight spot or a desperate situation.
The other option is, if you acquire more, they can refine more of it together to make you an even bigger weapon at some point down the road. But that is up to players' preference. I guess party
Can
preference.
it be refined into ammunition?
It is harder to do it in ammunition, but it can. The problem is there's not a good way to store it as ammunition. You'd have to keep it in like a closed box container and then opened up that closed box. When they do it with like a dagger or some other blade, they can put a special seal around the scabbard and around the hilt. And so when you slide it into your scabbard, you're creating like a sort of vacuum seal that stops the energy from being the external energy from being able to wear away the weapon. Whereas with like an arrow, you'd have to like reach into some special box to pull it out of, and then load it up and then fire with it. So it's not the kind of thing that you can use as effectively unless you knew unless you kind of knew ahead of time what you needed, got the arrows kind of ready, and then were firing them as you went. So it's a little bit more difficult with a ranged weapon. Possible, but more difficult.
Can it contaminate other materials? Like if you were to put the blight quartz and like steel in the same container and then close it and seal it, would the radiation or whatever leak over?
Sort of, but not for long enough to have any real effect. So if you immediately put your hand on like the blade of it while it was, and they have to be touching while it was touching, there's a very, very slim chance that you could end up being contaminated by it. But it's the dust from it is basically going to evaporate before that ever becomes an issue. But that's a good question.
But can't you build it into the bottom of a quiver so that every arrow you pull out?
No, because by the time it has reached its target, it has basically removed. So you're firing this arrow, and any sort of dust particles that would be on it would have been lost in the flight of the arrow. You actually almost put yourself more at risk because you're basically firing it forward, and this cloud of like blight quartz dust is going to come back at you.
Oh, speaking of dust coming back at you, I'm addicted to.
You are indeed. We deal with that in the morning.
Do I still have -1 wisdom?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
That you'll heal that in the morning. Once you've all rested. But so far, nobody has rested. So technically right now, you're also not level 2.
Oh.
Okay, so while we're downstairs, I gotta give them back this door stopper and this bird call?
Yep.
Okay. And the Blackwater temporary hit points, I get to keep that? 'Cause I didn't use it?
Yeah, you get
Or
to
they
keep
want
that.
that
The drugs were given to you to hold on to. And then each mission you are allowed to take. This is some important rules notes that I need to do, and I'm glad I'm thinking about it now because I need to write them down as well. Each mission you are allowed to take up to 3 drugs of your choice.
To use for that mission, or you have for
No, you
forever?
it's assumed that you're checking them out to use for that mission, but if you don't use them on that mission, you can obviously
Bring
hold
them
on to
back.
them after that.
Oh, you can hold on.
Yes. You're not expected to bring them back. This is kind of like what they consider the cost of you guys taking care of this.
For sure.
If any of you is addicted and it starts to become problematic, they do have rehabilitation services that they can offer you to help get you off of it. But it'll have to start being a sort of severity thing before they start resolving it. Otherwise, most of these drugs are available for 1 EC. They have access to the stuff for this stuff at a reasonable cost, and so they can make sure that they have access to it. So if you are addicted and you do need it, you can simply spend EC to cover your addiction for a little while and hopefully get over it. But of course, as we all know with addiction, the more you do it, the less likely it is you're going to just be able to get out of it.
Yep.
In addition to that, each of you will be given 10 EC for the successful mission.
Nice.
Nice.
A fairly rough conversion for a lot of stuff is to sort of consider 1 EC kind of at the equivalent of a platinum-ish, but also kind of not. Lots of things have a very different... There's a lot of different things in this kind of economy in terms of their value. So you can't really go off of like, this is the gold value. But for probably a lot of the stuff you'll be interested in buying, setting it kind of an effective rate of 10 GP is pretty reasonable.
Would they give us an estimate of how much time it'll take them to follow up the leads in the Milk Wolf?
So that's going to depend on what the contributions from the party are. If Tess is willing to contribute some time to help, they can expedite that, but it's going to be at least a few days, they assume.
I would just want to make sure that there's not anything like pressing Waska needs me for, but if there isn't, then yeah, I'll volunteer to stay around and help them with it.
Can you close in your mic a little bit?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
You better be sorry.
But yeah. Okay, so that will that could help bring down the time a little bit. But you're also told by Dragomir that he has another fairly rudimentary task that he needs you to do. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I talked about how we've been using this code of a game. It seems like some of you are starting to catch on. This is in reference to an actual event we do here on a fairly regular basis. It sort of works as a good training exercise for some of you. This game is a scoring-based game. 2 teams compete against each other to deliver a ball to into a bin. Each team has 2 minutes to complete the objective against the other team. One team will have the ball. The other team will be defending their position. And then you will switch. The team that completes it either the fastest or the team that is closest to completion is the winning team. We don't really expect that you'll win in these. Some of the competitors who participate in this have basically worked themselves up to be exceptional competitors in this particular event. But we'd like to see you put in a good showing, and it is important that you participate. It keeps us being able to have this exchange of code talk.
Also lends credence to why we always are all hanging around here.
Yes. You may, from occasion, potentially be competing against other teams that are accomplishing some of the goals, but other times you may just be facing off against people who are regulars at this. Don't assume the status of anyone doing this. Don't assume that anyone is allied with us, and don't necessarily assume that they're not. Simply play the game, do whatever you can to look good enough trying, and accept any failures you have, and move on.
How many people are in a team?
5.
5. Okay.
Can you interfere with the other teams?
Well, let's talk about this, and he'll give you a sort of layout of what one of the maps or what the area kind of looks like. So this is the event map. We basically take the stage area, and we set it up in using a lot of the shipping containers and other various containers we have around the building. We keep a number of these. Kind of load up the area with these things. We have I don't know if you've noticed, but there are some catwalks that go up the left and right side of the southern extension. The participants will start. The people attempting to score will start here, and they are attempting to get their ball into this container over here. The other team will start off here, and they will be attempting to find ways to stop you. You may take actions against the other team, but you are not allowed to cause intentional physical harm to the other team. So
I missed where we're trying to get the ball to.
This
Can you
big
say that one more time?
vessel over here.
Oh, I thought that's where the other team started.
That is where the other team starts as well. They are defending this basically, and you are the aggressors. One team will be aggressor. I guess it's not just you, but one team will be the aggressors. The other team will be the defenders, and it will swap off after 2 minutes of play, or until one team scores.
This is a good idea. It also makes sense if we all are seen together more frequently. We have a reason to be together.
What is the name of the game?
We really haven't come up with a good name for it. There's been a few different people have called it a few different things. I don't really like any of them. People like doing... Some people get rather... How do I put this? Ball-centric when it comes to things like this. They like to put sort of childish spins on it.
I mean, I guess I'm fine with just calling it the game.
That's what we've kind of gotten accustomed to referring to it as.
Oh, somehow I feel like I just lost.
Nice. Super old memes.
I
Right.
was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, well, we all just lost.
And sorry, when he brought us here, where is this? Is this just like in the main Cresthaven Hall area?
So yeah, when you go up to Cresthaven Hall, they have a place. They have one of the links has a stage at the end of it, and so they basically clear the stage, clear out all the tables that are over there, and lay out all this stuff for the game. And you've noticed like some of the tables over there have been being moved around, and so you can assume they're probably getting set up for this thing now that you're seeing what's laid out here.
How tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is 20 feet.
20.
Yeah, so like when you can climb up these things, and these things are about 12 feet high, and these are bridges that go across this area to get from stack to stack. You can climb these as a DC 10 athletics check, so you can take 10 as needed, assuming like you're not at a negative bonus to your athletics. You can jump across most of these things with a DC 10 athletics check as well, unless they're exceptionally wide distances. Then obviously that changes it. But you can consider everything that looks stacked to be climbable with a basic athletics check.
What is this? Oh,
Ping it. Go ahead. That is the ramp that goes onto the stage. So that is that you'd have to. There's a bit of a step to get up onto that.
Oh.
But anything on this side of it will be considered on elevated terrain unless you are on some of the crates. And this is about 3.5 feet tall. The container. It's like a big jug that is over there. So a small character will kind of have to reach up pretty far in order to put it in, and some smaller characters may not even be able to put it in.
Hey, I'm a small character and I'm 4 feet, so I'm good.
Jug ball.
Cool.
But it's all about putting the ball in the hole. like most sports.
What is the ball?
It is a 14-pound medicine ball.
Oh, got some weight to it.
Yeah. The idea is that if you're gonna throw it, it's gonna be something you're really gonna have to like put some force into to throw. So it's mostly gonna get put in there like by bringing it there. You're not really gonna be able to take some jump shots to get this into the into there.
Hey, I've got 20 strength. I can jump.
Give it a try. I mean, if you got to throw anything, that's a good way to help negate that bonus.
Well, I'm a hulking hurler, so I'm good.
And I'm gonna be on medium load just to carry the damn thing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be the one carrying it then.
Yeah.
Let's throw anything.
Right? I could throw it too. I mean, let's throw it as a weapon. I don't know if I'm trying to do that, though.
I mean, it would effectively, like, the idea is that you're not used to throwing something at a small target. And so throw anything alleviates the penalty of trying to throw something that most people would be unfamiliar with. So it would be a benefit if this thing weren't 14 pounds.
I mean, I could just ant haul myself, and then it doesn't matter.
That is true.
Then I could throw it, but I'm pretty sure there's still going to be some strength checks or something involved to throw that thing, and it's not going to go over well.
In the meantime, though, I suggest resting up is in order. Keep up your daily routines, and meet back here in, I'd say, probably the next 2 days, so we can get you guys all set up for your understanding the extra rules of the game and getting prepared for your first match.
You want me back here earlier than that?
Anytime you can come back would be a benefit.
So do we have to come up with a team name? Or are we listed as individuals?
No, it isn't necessary that you have a team name. You are currently set up to play against the Fire Frogs. So you don't necessarily have to come up with a name like theirs, but it's a good idea to have a team name. It also helps us internally for talking about you in any missions that you're on.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, is there any way to create a bomb that has effects of something without the innate fire damage?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a alchemist formula for it, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think you could get rid of the damage, but damn.
There might be, though. There might be one that's like inert or something like that.
I mean, there are some that say specifically like you don't do damage with it and it has a different effect, but like it would be so good to use Tanglefoot Bomb on people in this, but I'm pretty sure Tanglefoot always does the normal fire damage as well.
Yeah, I can't remember. I've never played an alchemist before. And up until recently, alchemist was not a super popular class. So
until you give us weird stipulations, and it's the only way I can play a semi-caster.
Man, vivisectionists. I always wanted to make a vivisectionist. They're disgusting.
Maybe
They don't
soon.
do bombs, though.
Maybe soon. All you guys have to do is lose this campaign, and you can make all kinds of different characters.
Nah, I gotta go vigilante next.
Except for one of the other ones was still no prepared caster.
Yeah, but maybe that changed. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe it's a different place I put you all.
Maybe.
It depends on whether or not you guys die before or after the folks in Mirror Shot.
Fun. But yeah, if they don't have anything else for us, I will head back to Lasca's and go crash.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap. By take a nap, I mean go to sleep.
Cool. Is anybody else doing anything for the remainder of this evening, or are we moving on to the
About what
next
time
day?
is it? It was night when we headed out.
It is.
right?
It is. Yeah, it's like real late night.
Yeah. So sleep.
Yep, sleeping.
All right.
Before I leave, I'd like to repay Dracus for the outfit he bought me.
How much do you give me?
I actually don't remember how much it was.
I
I'll just
don't
ask
either.
him. Dracus, how much should I owe you?
I said you didn't have to pay it. It's fine.
No, I can't. You must pay back.
I appraise
don't-
it.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
it
praise
was
is out there.
3 EC each, if I remember right, but
That sounds.
That's a pretty shit appraise. You have no idea what this outfit's worth.
I'll
Maybe
just give him 5 EC.
that's definitely more than it was.
Yeah, I know. Interest and goodwill.
all right.
Here. We're
Giving
even.
5 extra to the richest person in the group.
2 extra.
All right.
Five. I'm gonna separate that EC from my other EC. I'm gonna find a way to get it back. I'm not telling you that, but that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I am too. Then yeah, that's it.
In addition to this, as far as the weapons you are considered to have, you now have access to the Masterwork inventory. I believe before you guys just had regular inventory access, so you now have access to the Masterwork inventory that they have. So that's basically an effective upgrade you can get for that to both your armor and your weapons.
Oh, no, oh, for armor too.
For armor too. Yep. Sorry, I said weapons and I realized I should have said both.
Nice, yeah. So I will take a Masterwork studded leather.
In addition to that, they will also have a Masterwork set of Thieves' tools for you, Grey Bloom,
All right.
that you'll be able to use. Keep in mind, they're technically not yours, but they're not really like counting for it. But if like at some point I don't know, there are like weird stipulations where they're technically not yours. Like if you lose them, you owe them back for the lost tools. Does anybody else has something specific that they would need tools for?
I mean, do they have access to any specialty alchemy kits?
Yes, you will actually have access to their alchemy lab.
Alright, is this lab like grant a
It will grant you a +2 to your craft alchemy.
okay.
Oh, so Masterwork armor reduces your penalty by 1.
Yes, which is
Nice.
good because I had a
Yeah,
penalty of 1.
So they just let us swap over all our stuff for the Masterwork versions?
Yep, basically.
Okay, I have like a bunch of shurikens. They got a bunch of Masterwork shurikens
Yeah.
I can get? Okay, cool.
I'm gonna upgrade to Masterwork chain shirt.
What does doing masterwork to weapons do to them again?
It gives you a +1 to your attack bonus.
Attack
So on your
bonus.
character sheet, there's a spot for Masterwork. Just tick that up by 1.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Cool.
Do they have Masterwork Thieves tools just like hand out? Like I'll take a set if they.
If you are proficient at working with locks, they will give them to you. They're not just going to give you a set of Thieves' tools if you don't know what you're doing with them. So they know for certain Grey Bloom can work with them. If you say, oh, can I get one of those? They're going to be like, all right, here's a door. Show us you can get into it. And if you can't get into it, then we're not giving you these Thieves' tools.
I have a rank in it, but I'm not like it's on my class skill.
Okay,
But I
well,
would just take
give
as
it a
backup.
shot. Yeah, you can try it now, and each time
Sure.
that you ask, you can try it again. So you could like keep going every day. No, it's disabled device.
Oh,
That's
sorry. I
like-
thought it was sleight of hand, so I don't have a rank.
Okay.
Never mind. Sorry,
no problem.
I don't know why.
When you tick the masterwork thing up one, is your attack number supposed to change? Because mine's not changing.
Nope, you won't
You
see
can
any of
see
that.
that on the
Like
back.
I
Oh,
said
okay.
before, on that screen, nothing will change.
Okay,
I actually just
cool.
wish I could make those numbers disappear.
I just wanted to make sure. 'cause I
but
was
the-
like,
The default programming turns them on when you check the box.
that's fine.
So yeah, if nobody has anything else, then let's go ahead and take a short break while your characters take a short break. When we come back, we'll see.
Sorry, I was gonna ask Steve. Can
Yeah.
I get something that either like a business for dummies or something that would help with appraising, like a magnifying glass or something?
Yeah, you can get a if you've got some. Do you already have ranks in appraise?
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, you can get yourself a jeweler's loop, a masterwork jeweler's loop, which will help you better appraise objects.
Oh, I appraise also. I need one of those.
Okay.
Jeweler's loop.
Yep.
Do they have masterwork sneaking shoes?
No, sadly they do not.
Okay.
Cool. All right. When we come back, we'll see what you guys do over the next couple of days. See you
So this is
shortly.
the next day? I can take away.
All right. So you guys have gotten some time to rest up. Yeah, and have a few days before you've got any real obligations. I know, Tassara, you said that you had some intents to find out what Laska's plans were. And Valerio, during the break, you were saying that you wanted to see about finding some stuff.
Yes, I would like to see if they can give me a crowbar, a block and tackle, flint and steel, and earplugs.
Yeah, I think all those things can be provided to you.
Excellent.
Would there be any items that make sense to help Insight, Steve?
No, there are no items to help Insight.
I didn't think so. I was just figured I'd ask.
Yep.
I was trying to think of anything. I'm like, no, that's just like brain stimulus.
Yeah.
There's drugs, but there's a downside.
So
There are drugs, but they don't exist here.
Depending on the time frame, what I'd like Lynn to do is just sort of reflecting her level up. I wanted her to spend some more time in the library, like really studying hard on business law and like
Okay.
actually getting stuff like down. And just sort of reflecting on like the guy kind of like clearly pointed out that there's a lot of like oversights that I had sort of rushed through with the business plan. So I want to like take like several days with my increased knowledge and actually like focus and try and do a little bit better job. But
Okay. I think I have an idea for something then that came up yesterday while I was working on some stuff with Ryan for Mirashad. Are you familiar with the research rules? The fighting a library concept.
interesting.
In complete intrigue, they came up with a mechanical system for if you want to really dig down and try to like learn about something, you can sort of have knowledge combat with a library.
That's hilarious.
I want to modify them a little bit so there is like a loss scenario, but it works almost identical to my idea for what if I want to do my my political campaign, where people were like politicians and they were like trying to move things through and get things done. A very high social campaign where you could like you take social damage as your arguing with people, and the more social damage you take, like the more irrelevant your arguments become. And so at some point, like you realize you can't take any more damage, or it's going to take you too long to recover socially, or it's going to kill your credibility entirely. And once you reach like credibility of 0, you're effectively dead to society.
This is intriguing. I'm just reading it as fast as I can.
It's a lot to take in. There's so much to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to.
Okay.
Let me read through this. Let me.
Yeah, no, go ahead. We'll. I want to go over some stuff with Tassara anyway. I just want to see what other people are planning to do. So
What, for the
Drekis.
next couple of days?
Yeah.
I wanna practice in the game.
Okay.
I wanna run around, practice like the routes and stuff like that. Try to figure out. I'm not too bright, so it's mostly me just playing around in there. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So for the first day, you'll only have the map that you'll be sort of practicing on, because they don't have it like set up yet. But by day 2, they'll have it like actually set up, and you can do a couple of like dry runs through the course, and you'll notice there's other people that are doing it as well that are trying to get like a feel for how this goes and how to move around things. And yeah, it's interesting, but we can talk about whether or not there are mechanical benefits of that in a little bit. How about you, Grey Bloom?
Yeah, I'm creeping into the game, but I'm not trying to practice. I'm trying to watch my opponents and see what they're doing.
Okay. Cool. Give me a perception on that, actually, Grey Bloom. And
I want to be stealthy too. I don't want them to know that I'm watching.
yeah, give me a stealth and a perception then. Okay, we will talk about your results when I finish up with Tassara. So Tassara, you head over to, I guess you don't head over anywhere. You're at Laska's. Make sure this is the right music here. Tess, are you doing okay? You seem tired you seem tired this morning. Slept in a lot longer than normal.
Yeah, just a little bit of a long night thinking about stuff.
Listen, I know things are getting rough, but I assure you this plan will work. That Dracus fellow, he seems to have a good eye for the right value of things. He's shown it already a few times. I really do think this could work, and if this Lynn person is able to really put us on the map by getting us contacts to people that she knows, I think we could really make it.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll just have to see how good she is at getting the name out there.
Well, if you could, I'd like you to go over her work from time to time.
Yes, of course.
She seems to have the right motives in things, but we need to make sure she's not. We need to make sure she's not doing anything that gets us in trouble. Saying things that we can't necessarily hold to. So if she makes any like written statements or agreements, you should be there to oversee them. Try to sort of, I hate to put it this way, but act as her foil if you can. I'm very worried that she might take her own liberties in some deals.
I'll do my best.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, the normal.
I happen to have come across a couple EC that I think I can share, and he'll slide 2 EC across the table to you.
You know this isn't necessary. I don't need the extra.
You've been doing a lot for me right now, and I appreciate it. You should get some time for yourself.
All right, well, I'll try.
Please do. You could use it, I think.
Well, is there anything you have for me the next couple days? I have some other personal stuff I can go take care of if there's not anything pressing around here.
No, that's fine. As long as you're keeping an eye on Lynn, I think we'll be okay.
Yes, of course. I'll check in with her periodically.
Just before you go, how do you feel about that person that Lynn is with, that Valerio person? Do you think he's on something?
I think he just has one of those weird personalities where he seems like he's on something, but he's really not.
His awareness seems a little off. It sometimes makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, he's not exactly my favorite person, but I don't think he is a problem.
I'll take your word. I trust your judgment. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I will head back over to Cresthaven Hall.
Yep.
And spend most of my time over there helping them.
Okay. So in this time, the results of your finding, Grey Bloom. You find yourself like a nice corner in this place that you're kind of watching things from. And you'll notice that there's you're kind of, I'm assuming you're looking specifically for the team you're going to be facing off against.
Yeah, or I mean, if somebody else seems to be doing something interesting, that might be like some sort of strategy I want to steal. You know,
Okay.
I would also be looking out for that.
Okay, so some stuff that you'll notice in doing this. Let's go over to the thing real quick. So the one thing you'll notice is a lot of people have like one specific person that's like trying to look around from these spots here, from one of these 3 locations, or having somebody that's standing on the top of this one. And they just sort of seem to be like trying to look around to see what kind of view they can get over things. Give me a gauge check as you're kind of watching this. Ooh. But you're not really sure why they're doing that. Like, implicitly, you can make any supposition you might want to think of. But you just notice they do a lot of looking around from those vantage points. Give me a second gauge check as well. So this one you'll get a little bit more thoroughly. You'll notice that there are people that are like testing back and forth how difficult it is to move up the sides and the front of the ramp. You get the impression that there are probably people that are, when they're on defense, that are specifically like defenders that like sit back and keep an eye on the bin, and they're trying to gauge like how difficult it is to move. You know, some of them are trying to see how difficult it is to move through these barriers, how difficult it is, like I said, to get up this way, and then sort of the logistics of like being around this thing completely. And then give me one more gauge check. You'll also notice there are some people that roam about the open spaces between here. And it seems like they're kind of trying to get a layout for exactly how things are. And you notice that like they look at it from both directions. So like coming from the defender's point, they're like looking at it from there and seeing like how fast they can get to different points, going different routes to see like what's the most effective way to cut somebody off at a specific spot. And then the same thing, like going the other way, what's the easiest way to slip around without getting noticed seems to be more of the tactic when you're coming inbound. So that will give you some level of tactical advantage there. Dracus, you're playing around on this stuff. You do notice that like it becomes easier if you like work climbing up these things. It becomes much easier and more efficient for you to climb up and down these things. And you will notice ahead of time that these actually do require some level of acrobatics to move across. So there's a chance that you could fall off on these. They're not fully balanced properly. So if you step really incorrectly, the whole thing can kind of like pivot entirely and drop you on the floor. So you'll know mechanically you'll know each time you have to make a check on these, but your ahead of time knowledge will give you a +1 circumstance bonus to crossing those. In addition to that, if you choose to make the athletics check to climb up these, you can potentially climb at double speed with the knowledge you have. So you could get to the top as part of a regular move action, as opposed to having your move reduced.
Next time I get all the party mixed up, I'm gonna tell everybody like these seem like they should be way more sturdy than they are, but they kind of almost flip right over as soon as you try to cross them, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. But after a few days, Tassara, your team is on the verge of a breakthrough on this stuff. You'll know that like if not for the upcoming event, you would probably be able to break this the next day. But this game thing is going on, and it's going to interrupt a little bit of the time. but you've gotten enough done that you're pretty sure they can crack the rest while you're playing the game. So you expect, like, by morning of the next day, you will likely have the answer. In this, by the way, I have one additional thing I need from everybody that is being affected by this. I think two of you addicted or just one?
I think it was just me.
Okay. So let me pull up the drug stuff real quick.
Oh no.
Let's see. You were addicted to the mage site, correct? Or was it? Okay.
It was mage site.
Check the addictive quality level. Okay. So go ahead and give me a fortitude save the next morning. Yeah, you are actually doing just fine. You get up the next morning and you feel a little bit out of it. Like a little bit tired. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. You feel a little bit tired and groggy at first, but as you get through the day, you find it's a little easier to work with. And then give me one more on the second day.
Oh, it went twice.
Yeah. So that 8 is pretty bad. You'll wake up on day 2 and you'll feel like your stomach kind of churns and you feel a little bit like weaker than you normally would. This manifests as a -2 penalty to your con. So day 3 is the day of the event. So this is where it could matter to you. Can I get you to give me one more fort save? I won't use your double up rolls to give you a chance.
Lowers my fort.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 19.
Oh yeah, the first one is. Yep. Okay, so you'll be fine for at least day 3, but you still are suffering from the effects.
Am I smart enough to realize why, or do I just feel like I'm dying inside?
You don't necessarily feel like you're dying inside, but you do feel like, it's been alternating mornings. So like the next day you felt fine, and the day after that, like there's a clench in your stomach. I don't know if that's enough to necessarily feel like you would sense an addiction. Maybe you just think like, oh, I must have ate something really bad the night before. Because then this morning it's all gone, so it had to have been something you ate.
Yeah, I eat random shit.
Yeah. Everybody does. I mean, you eat what you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, does anybody else have anything they want to do before this event?
Is it possible to get a rope and grappling hook?
Yes, but you cannot use them in this event.
Damn. Wait a minute.
Do you guys have a team name yet? I don't know if you guys were discussing that during the break, or if you want to discuss that now.
The Kitten Chewers.
Definitely not that. But I don't have any ideas.
And if by chance, a color scheme, if you can come up with one.
Well, there's quite a bit of red that splashes all around when you're chewing on a kitten, so.
So ridiculous. I'm actually in. I'm in for Kitten Chewers.
That's a hard no from me.
I'm part goblin. I don't see anything all that wrong with it. So what's your idea? Kitten Chewers it is.
Oh my god.
You really want to use your name in this thing?
Yeah, it's this is a game that's gonna make my name. I can't imagine how many millions of entertainment points I'm gonna win off of this, and think of all the sponsorships.
Well, I can't think of anything, so I guess we're going with kitten chewers.
The drunken penguins.
Like trying to think.
The
I want
turbo
like
owls.
some sort of pun on resistance that's not resistance. So I'm like thinking like
Capacitance. Oh wait, my character definitely went on. Sorry.
that mean. What about the inimical infiltrators?
That was a lot. I don't even think I could say that.
That's the
That's a
idea.
mouthful.
No one can say it, so no one has to worry about spreading around. I don't actually have a hard opinion. I think we can do better than kitten chewers is my only vote.
Hey man, no one else is making real suggestions. So
it's a real suggestion. Inimical and infiltrators.
no, we definitely don't want infiltrators in our name. I don't think.
Well, it's for a game where you're literally infiltrating people's forts. So I think for a sports team, it actually makes a lot of sense. I'm looking up.
I don't want anybody to look at my character and think infiltrator.
Okay.
That's
Well, at least for synonyms for resistance, I've got adverse, antithetical, contradictory, discordant, hostile, inconsistent, inimical, negative, opposed, paradoxical.
The paradoxical owls.
Yeah, we could. Oh, I like that. Okay, what can we squeeze owls in there? Let's do paradolacals.
Oh.
I'm down.
Paradoxical.
Better than
poultry.
kitten chewers, so at this point I'll pick anything above that.
What was it? Para owls? Is that...
Paradolacals.
And then when people get confused, they'll say, who? And then we'll be like, haha, yes!
I'm done. Steve, I have to quit this campaign. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
No, that sold me on the name. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Oh god.
Okay. I'm not okay with this, but okay.
What's our color scheme though?
I mean, it's gotta be owl, like brown. And,
Owls like brown and tan.
brown and tan, or like brown
Or
and
like
black.
snow owls, white and black.
There's yeah, I was gonna say there's white owls too.
That just seems really bad for stealthy game. I think we
Like
should be
black
the same
and
color
gray.
as the obstacles.
Black and gray. Oh,
So let's do brown and black. Brown and black.
okay.
Full on camo. And then they're gonna change the.
Yeah, I was
terrain
gonna
on
say,
us.
they're like, and now we reveal the real course
Well,
with all like
so
bright colors.
The map isn't the same every time. That's the difference, but it's not like it's not. You already know the map for this one. Everybody's given like some time to look at it and prepare a little bit if they want to.
I mean, brown and black sounds good to me. Like,
White owls are cuter.
regardless of where we're at.
Listen, Clarence, I don't need your racist comments about how white are cuter, okay?
They are. Those snow owls are like adorable.
Agreed.
Snow owls are really, really cute, though. I
Little
100%
baby
agree.
owls.
Guys, we definitely don't want to be seen as cute. We're fearsome.
Fair enough.
With the cute talk. And remember, when they ask who we are, you know what to do.
Ooh.
We should say that when we score. That should be our cheer. Exactly, yes.
I'm in. I like it.
Haha.
God, I want
This'll
you
be
guys to
great.
lose just so that doesn't happen.
Just so you know, if we do win, I'm gonna be flapping my arms like a little owl.
And I'm gonna pull out now and bite off its head.
Jesus. Your name's not
Why are you
Owl Chewer.
carrying so many animals around? He's like secretly a druid, but only so you can lure animals in. And
Only
eat
so he can
Blake-
summon
Blake
nature's
Druid.
ally to eat them.
them. Right, exactly.
Unlimited food.
Look, I'm just bitter that I have to stop doing interesting stuff to come play this game.
This is the
This
most
is interesting stuff. Yeah.
Mm,
I'm ready.
I want to
Ready to
go
play
back
some-
to decoding.
That's boring.
All right.
Only boring to people with low intellect.
So,
Hey, it was
Hey.
boring. Oh, I resemble that remark.
so as I said, this game is played in 2-minute increments. So your team will have 2 minutes to score. Then you'll be on defense, and the other team will have 2 minutes to score. There are some mechanics that may be more useful, and some mechanics that aren't more useful. And you'll have to figure that out as we kind of go through it. Remember, you are not expected to win your first game. So if you lose, this is not like you guys have failed at anything. This is just sort of actually what Dragomir said is likely to happen. So don't be hard on yourselves, because I expect you to lose, and I intend to make you lose. Wait.
Pain.
But does anybody have any extra questions before we get started?
Are there any unseen barriers anywhere? Like under here, I'm sure we can run under these.
Yes, you can run under those. There are no invisible barriers or panes of glass or anything like that.
You would have to squeeze through these parts.
Yes, anywhere where there's not an open square, you will have to make either an acrobatics check or have your movement reduced.
Gotcha.
Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So attempts, things that you're allowed to do are trip, grab, or steal the ball, or disarm. So I specifically put extract. Extract could mean steal or disarm. You are not allowed to make any sort of direct punch or kick at another player. No one has any weapons on them. You don't need to be wearing any armor for this. You're just going to be wearing your team uniform, which will be brown and gray or brown and black. If you are tripped, you must make a DC 15 reflex save, or you drop the ball. And picking up the ball is a standard action that does provoke an attack of opportunity, so you might just get tripped again. If you trip, drop the ball, pick up the ball, or stand up, succeed at not being tripped, then try to pick up the ball. So the way you play and the way your strategies work will change the way the game works. Do you think you're ready? If you say no, I'm going to accept it as a yes.
I mean, yeah, no, I don't really understand the game, but I'm sure, like, actually playing it,
Well, the real goal is just get the ball to this hole.
Do we have time to discuss strategy? Or
Yes, you can have some time to discuss strategy.
And so
Yeah.
everything is essentially based around CMB? 'Cause, man, I'm gonna be real bad at this.
Any attacks that are happening are going to be based on CMB. There's a whole shit ton of skills that go into this.
Can you
Okay.
use like overrun and reposition?
Yeah, I'll allow that overrun is kind of... Yeah, I'll allow both of those as well. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about those as techniques. But yeah, because overrun is basically just a trip, but you run at somebody to do it.
During break, I looked them up. Like, which combat moves can I use?
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we have like a little huddle before we start. And I said, so what's the plan? Who's going where, and what are we doing?
Well,
I don't know. I don't understand the game.
We need to get the ball into that hole.
Well,
it's ball jug.
You can also toss the ball to each other. The throwing the ball is an attack roll against your teammate's touch AC, and receiving the ball. So if you beat their touch AC, they don't have to make a save to catch the ball. If you meet DC 10, your teammate can make a reflex save to try to grab the ball. So the idea is that if you're an effective enough thrower, the ball is always where the player needs it to be to grab it. But if you come up short, the player can try to grab it as it moves forward. But remember, it is a medicine ball. You are at a -4 to throw this object, and it has a natural range of 0. So even for every 5 feet that you're throwing it, you are incurring a range penalty.
Should we split up, stay together, so we can?
Yeah, definitely split up. It's going to be too large an area for.
Did you tell us that you were watching Grey Bloom? Oh yeah, this got to care. Did you tell us that you were watching or no?
I mean, I wouldn't be hiding it. Like, if we're discussing strategy, I'd tell everybody what I saw.
So, did you see anyone practicing defense? Like, what are they likely to do?
So, I didn't know anything about the game while I was watching, so I'm not sure which side was defense and which side was offense.
Well, we know they start over here.
Right, and you did see a person that was standing over there, like, looking at, like, defensive measures for that. Like, how to best protect the hole, like, how easy it is for somebody to get in and out of that area. There were clearly people that were over there, like, looking at that area for whatever purpose.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'll tell you guys where I saw people at, yeah.
Yeah, so he saw people here, looking at, basically looking at things related to this or the way the stage is.
Did you notice them leave the stage and spread out, or did they all, like, kind of congregate on the stage and wait for us to get there?
It would seem like there were different individuals that were on the stage, but none of them were like, there were never like a group of people all on the stage at the same time.
Okay, so they do leave the stage. But they go different ways depending on their strategy.
It seemed like there was always, one of the things he did get is that there's almost always somebody standing on one of these, or at least it looked like it, because everybody was very interested in being on top of these things, and looking about things. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. On these things.
Okay.
There was always somebody that was like looking from around those things. Maybe that has something to do with something. And then people were looking at different ways to move about from here through here. So potentially maybe looking for routes to like find people or identify where people are, and figure out who has the ball so they're not like all trying to play backcourt defense.
It's a 14-pound ball. Is it very big or is it small?
It's like a basketball sized ball.
So you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have a way of making a? Never mind. That would be magic. Never mind. Does anybody have permission to cast magic? No. The quickest route looks to be like straight this way, or just straight through there. But obviously that's not going to work. We'll get dogpiled. I'm not one for strategy. What do you guys think?
I'll be honest, I'm not sure. So I think my best play is maybe I go where the ball isn't and I try and convince them it's where the ball is. Because if you need me to throw anything, that's what my brother does. I'm more of a talker. So I might, wherever you decide to take the ball, I think I'll go a different route. And maybe I'll act like the ball is nearby. That's the best I can do, I think.
Well,
I think it's going to be pretty obvious who's holding the big ball, right?
Well, yes, but if they see, perhaps I'm the first they see, and they're listening, and they think that maybe I'm not aware that they're listening, I might just say, keep sneaking the ball around the crate, you know? And maybe they'll think that they've caught us in something, when in reality the ball's on the other side of the course. It's really all I can do, I think. I'm not much of an athlete.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think we try to mislead them, think the ball's on the other side. They maybe add more defenses on that side, and then one of us stronger guys carry the actual ball and try to score it.
Steve, do we know if there's more than one game per day? Or are we going to play this game and that's it for?
You go on if you win. Otherwise, you are out of the tournament. So it is single elimination.
Perhaps me and Drakus stick together on the right side, and 3 of you go on the left side.
You guys you're not the first team to play though, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was just thinking if we just do a strategy, whatever the strategy is, and it fails horribly, will we get another shot at it, or is it like, nope, you failed?
No, you would be out of it if you fail, but you will know it for the next time you play this game. So this is going to be like an ongoing thing that will happen from game to game. So we're from like from session to session. So you'll probably have one of these between every like big heist plan that you have, or whatever the plan happens to be for that. You'll have one of these as sort of a cover. And they'll change up a little bit each time, but mostly the rules of the game will still remain fundamentally the same. And you'll probably get more successful the more that you do this.
I was thinking, what if we do like a blitz in football, where we have...
What's football?
Oh, I was thinking, what if we just have whoever has the ball in the middle, and then the other 4 people in like a triangle shape in front of them, and we literally just run straight at them. They're going to split up. They're going to split up and look for us in different areas. If we go straight down the middle,
I'm down for whatever. This is our first time. We can learn from our mistakes.
All right. So there's an audience, though.
There is an audience.
So we're able to watch one of the games.
Yeah, you'll be able to watch a game beforehand.
All right. Well, I'd say we watch the game and then make our plans.
Yeah, that seems like a much better idea.
Okay. Well, you won't have as much time to talk through your plan at that point, but you'll have enough info about how the game works.
Well, anybody else want to plan during this stage where I literally am still having no idea what's about to happen during the actual game?
I vote blitz.
Yeah, I think that's our plan. We're going to do that and then watch the game and then modify it quickly if it doesn't seem like it would work.
So, watching the game will result in you guys recognizing there are basically only a handful of roles in this game. There is so on defense, there are usually strikers, and strikers' responsibility is to go out into the field and get the ball out of somebody's hands. Like, see if they can get the ball ahead of time or figure out what path the ball is coming down. So they will kind of pick a route that seems like the most universal route where they'll get the most sight. There is usually an observer role, and that is the person that's like set up on top of one of these specific places, depending upon whether they have a more forward aggressive strategy or a back end defensive strategy. There is the dedicated defender, who is always kind of monitoring the ball's position, monitoring this area to try to stop somebody from getting to the goal. And there is usually some sort of like more like subterfuge related character that's kind of slipping around the area to get to like be an extra set of eyes in the places where the observer might not be able to see. On the aggressor's side, on the attacking team side, there are usually decoys that are trying to distract enemies. There is the strikers that you saw are one of the strikers looks to be like they're a decoy. The other striker looks like his job is to eliminate any threats that might have caught on. So like either by tripping them or by grabbing them and keeping them in place. But the person that is most often trying to get the ball to the goal is the most stealthy person. They're kind of slipping around from crate to crate, getting from start to finish, hopefully without being noticed or minimizing the amount of notice that they acquire. But once they get to it, they usually want to keep. It looks like the strategy is try to make sure they get there at about the same time that their defender does to keep to make sure the area is clear for whoever's on defense for the goal. But that's one of the strategies that you see, and you notice that when they switch teams, the strategy seems to remain pretty close to the same. I want to get some different music for this too.
So do you guys want to try what they did? Or we can do kind of like a hybrid, have the person with the ball go off kind of on their own, trying to stealth around, and then the rest of us blitz forward. They'll assume we're all together. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm the most stealthy, so I'll take the ball. It was 15 pounds, right?
14.
Yeah, sounds good. I think while you're stealthing, we should make a show of some either Drekus or I having the ball, and we kind of stay in the back, and the rest of us protect that fake person. Give the stealthy person a bigger chance.
You said we only wear our uniforms and we can't bring anything else?
Yeah, you only wear your uniforms, and there's nothing else that you can bring.
Yeah, so I won't be encumbered then.
Is there anything in these crates or anything we could pick up and maybe like kind of huddle over to make it look like it's the ball?
No, it's designed to make it so that if you're doing some kind of deception, you need to find an inventive way to do it. But the crates are basically empty crates. But one of the things that you do know is there's lots of shit in the way. It's not like somebody's just gonna like look through all these objects to see who's who. Somebody has to get in either close, or they have to be able to see you from this high up perspective to see what you're doing and whether or not you're the ball carrier. If you're moving correctly, it might be difficult for them to tell whether or not you're the guy with the ball or not.
Okay, we should make a show of giving Lynn the ball. She's small. Drekus and I can tower in front of her, and Tess, you can do the same. You're taller than Lynn, and Tess, you watch the back, and Drekus and I can corner her, and we say she has the ball. She's small. They probably can't get a good eye of her. We stick to the places where they can't really look at her, and we try to like make a show that she has the ball, and then hopefully Kitten Chewer can make his way stealthily to the front, and we clear a path for him.
Somebody's gonna want to be in the general area that I'm in, stealthing through, so that they can, like, if I'm tripped or something, they can help grab the ball.
Maybe Tess then? I don't know.
I can try.
So yeah, so you won't know where I am, but like, so I'll just tell you my path, and then you just try and stay on that path somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Which path are you going? And then you can just hoo really loud, and we'll know to go that way.
Yeah, well, like, like, we don't really know what the best path or anything is yet, so I'll just go.
There's no counter scoring, so as long as we know where they pick the ball up, we can kind of like blitz in that area. You know what I mean? Like if we're running down here and then you go up toward like the top, and they trip you and you make a noise, we know to turn and head up that way, you know? No? I don't.
Well, yeah, so I mean, I'll go up the top path, yeah.
An important thing to keep in mind as well, if you're the attacker, you cannot hold the ball or if you're the defender, you cannot hold the ball for more than a round. So, like, if somebody manages to steal it, they basically have to drop it the following round.
Yeah, I suggest we take we're bobbing, weaving through stuff so that it looks like we're trying to protect Lynn through the course, and they focus on trying to stop us, like attacking me and Drekus, where Kitten Chewer is the real guy, and hopefully you go unseen from their observers, as they should be focused on us and Lynn.
Sounds good to me. I'm excited.
Let's do it.
All right, you ready to give it a try?
So yeah, just to
Alright,
clear, me and Drekus are...
Well, so that's for offense. So on defense, I'll do the, like, roaming around trying to percept position.
Yeah, I'm literally just going to jump up probably right here. Oh, man.
Our
On
best
defense, I'm gonna
perception
jump up,
person
like,
should be the
right
observer,
here.
obviously. Yeah, I'll be the defender, dude.
Okay.
I'll try to keep an eye out here and see if I see anybody. I'll yell it out.
Let's do this.
All right, let's get some initiatives.
Oh no. Hey, why do yours look different than that?
There's a macro button when you're clicked on your token that says IN. That should say 1NIT at the top,
I didn't
in the
mind
top left.
Oh, I
Mine's
see.
not working.
What the fuck, Valerio? They're
Yeah,
all the
commission.
fucking
Both times,
same.
Both times.
They're all the fucking same, Valerio. There's actually a possibility that I didn't push the checkbox after I punched it in there. Yep, that is exactly what happens. If you don't click the checkbox, it doesn't save anything that you did. Let me grab it from somebody else's sheet. My Roll20 is going to lag up entirely. Because anytime you open up a macro window, or like a box to edit a macro, that is like the hardest thing the engine has to do ever. Any day now. Any day now. Jesus, I fucking hate this.
Are you roll
Also,
this cheaper now? Or?
No,
we
I
need
want to fix it. It should not normally take this long to fix it. It's just being a fucking piece of shit. All right, go ahead. You got it now.
I was gonna say, if we need speed, keep in mind we can charge for double movement as long as we're moving straight. So, like, if we're stealthing through and we need to get somewhere quick, you can
I mean,
charge even though you're not
you
attacking
can
at the end.
Technically, just take double moves too. If we're not gonna have standards to do a lot of the time, unless you're like trying to grapple with someone for trip.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought charging you had to have a target. If not, you're just running, aren't you?
I don't know. I just looked at it briefly.
Okay.
Stab.
So, when I go through these, I will tell you when it's your initiative, because until you see the other people, you do not know where they're at. They are all behind this giant barrier over here. So you will not know where... I'm on the GM layer again. They are behind the giant barrier up here, so you will not know where they are at until you run into them, and they do not know where you're at until you run into them, or until they run into you. So, let us begin at the beginning. You guys can, in any of the squares behind here, organize yourself wherever you want to start off at. Anywhere behind this line, basically, where all the containers are. And let me know when each of you is ready to start.
Yeah, I was in a good position where I want to
Ready.
be anyway.
All right, ready from everybody when you're ready.
Ready.
I don't think I heard one from Clarence or...
Oh, I said I was ready.
Sorry, okay. I just didn't hear it. And Dan, you ready?
Mhm.
Okay. Sascha, lead us off.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here, but try to
Let
stay
me get a round
kind
table.
of ducked down. And I don't know if I can like make a stealth check right here and try to remain sort of.
Yeah,
like,
you can
hidden
give me a
behind
stealth
these.
check there.
Oh.
Okay, so what I need you to do there, when you roll these stealth checks, is in your blue box. So if you click on your mini and you see the blue box, type your stealth into that blue box.
Okay.
Thank you. So next up is this person. Is going to do these numbers. Actually, oh yeah, I'm on the GM layer. Doesn't matter. To there. And then this person to that. And for both of them, I need to roll these. I need to bring up their sheets. Character sheets are important when you're running NPCs. While I'm doing this, Lynn, it is your action. Okay. Major move and then major stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Again, you got that in your blue thing?
I do.
Okay, thank you. So the next person to move is going to move. Oh, hang on. Remember, wait for me to say when it's time to go, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to inadvertently metagaming by moving a piece while you're still processing yours. Okay, so this person is that one. They're going to go here. Actually, let it there. And then this person will follow them to there. And this dude will be right here. Go to there. Alright, so Drakus, you made your move, right? You can go ahead and make your move now. You can keep that stealth check, though.
Ah, stupid number. Oh. Oh. There we go.
And all right, and that'll take us to Grey Bloom. Oh, and presently Grey Bloom has the ball, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you a little indicator for that. This, that's the ball icon. Okay. Valerio.
Yeah, I am not stealthing, and I'm making a show of it, and I'll just be like running through, passing in front of Lynn, trying to block her, double move, and I'll just be like, "No one touches Lynn. The ball stays safe here. No one passes Valerio." Ha!
All right. Let's set this to the actual current round. Tess.
So I'm gonna perception check, see if I can see anyone in the general area yet.
Nope.
Probably not.
No sign of anybody.
That's terrible. I don't want to get like too far ahead, but I'm going to move up and try to hide behind these boxes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well.
She ran into the boxes.
I'm a little obvious, unfortunately. That's okay. It's just a game. Who cares?
This person gets a dumpster fire roll. All right.
Well, my stealth was pretty terrible, so I mean.
So this person is going to doop, 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 and take a look around. From where they're at, I don't think this helps any. Ooh, actually. Okay. So, does anybody here speak Sylvan?
I'm pretty sure I do. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I do.
Okay. You will overhear in Sylvan somebody say they're going bottom side.
Alright. Cool, good.
And this person move to here.
Did we hear that and just not understand it?
Anybody who doesn't speak Sylvan would have heard something but not understood what was said. It's really high. Win.
Keep on moving along. What is this thing? Just a moment.
Like some coiled chain.
Is it like an
It is difficult terrain.
Just difficult terrain.
Yep.
And
And it will cause you to make noise if you move over top of it.
Alright, well, we'll just keep going this way then.
Okay.
Actually, how tall are these obstacles in the middle?
These ones go up to 12 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it actually is better for me to be over here than near this wall. That doesn't help me at all, so just keep doing that.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, I'm just like, I don't know, like, I'm just like taking like maybe like my cloak or something, and I'm just like kind of like making a fake ball in it or something.
Yeah, give me a disguise check.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll see these two guys come around the corner. They're not making any effort to be hidden.
They're coming after the ball! Bottom side!
Oh, I see.
This person will just hang tight. Drakus.
I'm gonna. Well, I was gonna come out and then perception. I'm just gonna come to like right here. I'm gonna double move.
Yep.
I'm just gonna get in like defensive position. I'm
Okay.
gonna look like I'm defending even on that.
Grey Bloom.
So was I able to double move with the ball?
You can,
Like
can,
just
but
at a
you'll
minus
take a
10
penalty
stealth?
to your stealth. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have the.
Yeah, you reduce it by 5, so it's a penalty of 5.
Yeah, so I'm gonna double move
Okay.
and just see how this ends up. You know. Oh my god! Like I don't know why this map keeps doing this, but it keeps like dragging me.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
That happened to me earlier when I was trying to put together this map, and it was an absolute nightmare. It's like, hey, you want this thing to go back all the way over here? Whoa.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's 30 feet of movement for them, so.
Yeah. And is my stealth gonna roll? Like, is it lagging? I can't tell. Like,
Lagging.
okay, there we go.
So getting there is a straight line to get there, but you'd have to go over some barrels. I'm trying to see if there's a way you could. You'll go 1 square. I'm going to move you 1 square back because that would be the furthest you could get avoiding the barrels. And there. Valerio.
Yeah, we're gonna double move here, and I'm gonna block the path, looking defensive, and we'll say, "Ha! You'll never get past me. The ball will never leave our hands."
Tassara.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to move like right here and make checks. That's terrible perception and stealth. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so in Sylvan you'll hear, we've got one over here.
Ah, damn it.
And as you hear that, you will notice that there is, you heard the voice coming from up here.
Okay.
And also he gets a 1 ODs. Okay. This person is going to move like this. This. Lynn.
Oh, blitz down the gauntlet. I'm just gonna like go. Just start running up through that hole there. There's a gap there, right?
There is a gap there. You need either an acrobatics check or you're reducing your movement because that gap is not wide enough for a rig. I guess you're small size, so that will actually work for you.
Okay.
That is a half person size.
I think I'm actually I'm gonna intentionally do a little bit of my stealth if I roll this. That's about right. That's fine. That kind of looks like I'm being stealthy. But I want the attention of who's ever calling out in Sylvan, and still, do I have to keep making this guys every round for the ball, or is the same?
No, we'll keep the disguise as what it is for now.
Okay.
Oh, wait, they're not on the layer anymore. All right, so these guys are going to make a couple of these. Yep. See that, and they are going to change direction to over here to cut off Lynn. Let's see. This
Blockers on me. They've
Um,
repositioned.
Also,
You said we can't. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
No, what were we saying?
No, go ahead.
No, I said we can't fit through here though.
You can. You just have. You're at half. Your movement is halved, so it takes two squares of movement instead of 1 square to move through there, or an acrobatics check to move at your regular movement.
Ooh. I'm gonna try to.
Hang on. One person's doing a thing.
Oh.
They're gonna make themselves revealed here, and they are going to try to do this. I gotta find their sheet.
Is that Arya's Stormclaw that I see there?
What? No, never. I would never do that, right?
It looks awfully familiar.
What? No. I definitely don't reuse art assets in other games. Oh yeah, dude totally doesn't see shit that's going on, but makes himself readily visible.
You're a shitty sorcerer!
He's not a sorcerer. Drakus.
Alright, I'm gonna try to acrobatics through those barrels.
Yep. Yeah, you can move through that as normal. Kind of cartwheel your way through it.
So I'm gonna get in front of her.
Y'all making me count your movements here.
That should be 6.
Do you know how to use Q?
I do not.
So if you actually from your starting point, if you every time that you go to a square, click Q, it'll actually keep your movement locked, and you can kind of trace it, and it'll tell you how much you've used every time that you hit Q. So if you like go back to original like here and you like sort of click along.
Yeah, that's not working at all.
Yeah, it's very it translates easy for you and I, Dan. It doesn't translate easy to people that aren't used to that kind of mechanical interaction, because I've tried to explain this a few other times, and I noticed that like over the internet it doesn't translate well, because you're trying to you have to like instruct somebody to do something that your brain is not like, I don't get where I'm supposed to be integrating this part of the command.
So doing it for you, I guess that's 40 feet so far.
The left and right click thing is easy, but it's like I wish I could lock the map so that it didn't try and slide me all around the whole time I did that.
Well, Q is the best button to use if you have it. If your mapping is to Q for some.
Q never works for me, so like but I can do the left and right click.
Okay, that's and I haven't figured out what causes
it shifts
this.
around my map.
I have not figured out what makes people have different profiles for Roll20. That's the one thing that I would like to have an answer to. So Grey Bloom, it is your action.
Maybe it depends on when you created your account. Like they had a different hotkey back then, because I mean, obviously I created mine years ago,
and mine is much newer. So, but it is your action, Grey Bloom.
I mean, right click works for me too, so it's like I get both of them. I'm an oligarchy.
Well, do you have advanced movement on? Because I think advanced turns on like literally everything for you.
Actually, don't. Interestingly.
Okay. I just realized I can do that too. I've never done the right click thing, and I hate it.
I
hate the right click thing entirely. I would never want to use that in my entire life.
Like I said, I just wish I could lock down the map while I did that.
There's
Oh,
allegedly another button. You got it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Is yours mapped to Q, or is it on right click? Or were you using? Okay, cool. So we need to figure out why Tom doesn't have a Q and why Jess doesn't have a Q.
You have to go to the little ruler and go to no snapping, and then you click like you're dragging, and then you hit Q, and then you hit Q, and then you...
Oh, you can do that when you pick up your mini. If you pick up your mini, you don't have to do the no snapping. You just have to... You go back to the arrow button, and you pick up your mini, and then hit Q as you're dragging the mini, and it'll, like, move it.
Oh, like that.
So yeah, Valerio.
You said it was a check to just climb the stuff.
It is if you can. If 10 will get you up it with an athletics, you can do it naturally, or you can make an athletics. Well, not being familiar with it, you can. The athletics check is a little higher, but you can make an athletics check to get up there, like at normal speed.
Okay, so it would just use the normal movement that I can like.
It's half movement to go up. So yeah.
Up. All right, yeah, I'll try to climb up.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up at basically 3/4 movement.
So how much movement do I like? Can I?
So
get,
you could get to the top with you
double
could
move?
Yeah, you could get to there actually with a let me look at the distance there. Yeah, you could get to there with a double move, no problem.
All right, yeah, I want to look like I'm ready to like jump down on these guys.
All right, Tassara.
Just double check. You guys aren't moving 40 feet. I have 40 feet because I'm slow. You guys have 60 feet, right?
Yeah, we're trying to not overtake you.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
but-
okay.
Right.
I thought you guys are all moving at 40. Like, that's just me. I'm a gnome.
Ooh, yeah. All right, he is gonna his sheet.
Don't you think of touching her?
Guys, I got movement on the other side, he says in Sylvan. Can I get a perception check from everybody that is near Lynn and Lynn?
Near Lynn and Lynn?
Yep.
Sure.
That would also be you, Drekis. You're near Lynn. Nope. Okay. Lynn.
How big do these guys look?
They are some pretty bulky guys. About as big as Valerio. They are human.
If you can knock them down, I'll go through. Try and clear the right wing for me. I'm still talking a little bit like too loudly, but
Okay.
can I get delayed until after Valerio for now?
Yeah.
Or sorry, Dracus.
Okay. No problem. All right. So, Drekis, I need to know if this beats your CMD.
26? Yes.
All right. You
I
are
don't even have to
fainted, and as you are fainted, I have this set up as steel, but they are also brawlers, so they can change what their thing is. But the other one is going to attempt to trip you. Does a 21 beat your CMD?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you will fall to the floor. Yeah, we cleared the way for you, little one.
God damn it!
And then the other one is going to 5-foot step over. That person's doing not a whole lot yet. Drekis. You're laying on your back.
Who's half my moves will stand up?
It's a move action to stand up in this. That's 5e that it's half your movement. Yeah. 5e is half your movement to stand up.
Oh.
It's a move action that provokes an attack for opportunity to stand up.
Can I trip him while stand down?
You can make a trip attempt while on the ground. Absolutely. You have a -4 penalty.
Oh wait, does he have improved trip?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, these dudes are way better than that. I'm not flanking. Can't use gang up. I am going to Yeah, I think the best thing I can do is just try to trip him without standing, because if I stand up, he's just going to knock me right down. So
Go for it.
Or do I want to grab him? Nah, I'm going to try to trip him.
Okay. Ooh. That is so close. Hold on. That is on the money. He will drop as well. So both of you are now laying on the floor.
And then I'm going to use my move action to try to stand up.
Okay. When you do that, the other one is going to try to trip you. I got him. 22 to trip you against your CMD.
Back down. God damn it.
Tripped him by the neck.
Yep, tripped him by the neck. Lynn.
Let's hope they don't have combat reflexes. And I'm just running past them.
They 100% have combat reflexes.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll start with the run standing up first to see if he can trip you. 18 versus your CMD?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It's at that point the jig will be up that you don't have the ball. Because no ball goes anywhere. Grey Bloom. You don't have the ball!
Alright, yeah, so to go over the things I gotta roll in acrobatics.
To go through them, yeah, acrobatics. Athletics to climb, acrobatics to slip between.
Alright, yeah, so I'm able to try and slip between with the ball, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So I can do acrobatics. Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that's some good acrobatics. You can treat those all like regular squares.
All right, but I can only move my regular movement of 30.
Okay.
You said, right?
No, you won't.
Well, that's
moving through with a successful acrobatics does not diminish your movement unless you're going up and over. Going up and over is an athletics check to go your full movement. Acrobatics is slipping between tight spaces without taking a penalty.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So yeah, you have your full movement.
So I can just do 30, or I can do the 60.
You have your full movement. So your movement is not halved. You are not diminished in movement in any way. You can go the maximum amount of movement that you can go.
He's saying you can go your 60.
Yeah.
All right, and what about trying to climb up this thing? What do I got to do?
So going up that is going to cost you twice your movement. It's not even a climb. It's at a weird like angle, and so you have to like take extra effort to step up it.
Okay.
So it will cost you 2 squares of movement instead of 1. Is the right way to say that. Sorry.
Okay, so essentially I'm good. And so I gotta roll a stealth because I'm trying to be hidden here.
Correct. Okay. Valerio.
Yeah, I want to loudly say, "Ha, those fools never saw you pass me the ball," and I want to just like make like a show of it and try to jump over this guy and just make a sprint toward the barricade. Basically.
Go for it. Give me a bluff as you're doing that.
And what do you want? Like for athletics for a jump?
Athletics. Yep. Thankfully, that's the one that's laying down, so you don't really like jump over him. You kind of jump onto him and keep going.
Oh, sorry.
He is going to try to trip you as you move past.
Okay. I don't know how much movement I'll get.
It's -4 though, so 17.
No go.
Okay. Oh, that's on the wrong character actually. So you rolled a 14. That still would miss. Okay.
How much movement do you think I'm getting from this position?
Because you're going down. Going down doesn't cost you any movement.
So full 60?
Yep.
Okay. So I will be here.
We'll move.
And I'm trying to look like I have a ball as best I can, but they probably don't see it.
Tassara.
What am I doing at this point? I don't even know. Okay, well, if I'm going to go through this, I have to make a check, so we'll see if I pass. But that'll be
15 to get to there.
Nope. Half your move. Yeah, so it's going to cost you 10 feet for every square you move through.
Okay, so that would be at 20. So I guess that's as far as I can. Well, no, sorry, because I can go 60,
Yep.
35, 45. So I'll just move to right here.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can stay. Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Okay. I is gonna move. Oh, also Valero,
Cue
you
musical
will
tracks
notice.
playing.
Yeah, I hear something weird. I thought it was something.
Yeah, there's some noise. There should be some noise of like people and other things in the background.
Oh,
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Valero, you will notice there is a person right here as you pass by them, and they are moving this way.
Haha! They run in fear of me. Out of my way.
You will hear in Sylvan the thing up here. Utter. I've lost sight of them. They must be near you. These two are going to. This guy's going to back off from you.
I
So.
get an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a trick.
Oh no. Here it comes. Everybody's going to be laying on the floor.
Yeah, join us. One of us. One of us.
Ooh, you are to -4, so that will not be enough. Is that with your improved trip factored in?
I don't have improved.
Okay. Yeah, so then he will be able to get away. The other one is going to try to stand up. If you want to give me, do you have combat reflexes?
Sure
Okay.
don't.
So he'll stand up and he'll start moving this way. And this person is going to double back to here. Drekis.
Standing up. How much of my movement?
It's your move action.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my standard action to move 30 feet.
Yep.
Oh. I'm gonna go there. That's it.
Okay. Lynn.
Let's get your white-haired booty back here now. Bring the ball to me.
Grey Bloom. What you doing, Grey Bloom?
You are muted if you're speaking.
All right. So. Okay. So, I'm just trying to get to the hole to put the thing in. These things that I'm next to, I can stealth in them.
You can stealth behind them. You can't really get in them. They're sealed.
So these are providing no stealth once I come out into the open here.
Correct.
Essentially, is what you're saying. Okay.
Correct.
Well, it's like... So, am I able to stealth climb into them and climb through them?
No, they're pack tight.
Okay. I don't know. So I mean, I guess I just charge this and toss a ball in there and see if this dude is able to trip me or whatever he's doing.
Okay. Yep, he is going to attempt to stop you with a steal action.
No.
Oh, so I read you actually can't use steel on something people are holding in two hands. You have to use disarm.
That's fine. Just a change of which thing he's doing.
Yeah, no, I because I was reading that, so I just wanted to.
Okay. I missed that, so it's fine because it's not they're brawlers, so they have whatever the feat would have effectively been.
Did you have to go within 5 feet of him to like I don't know how much movement you had, but like did you have to
yeah,
go?
the only way to get to that was a charge, and a charge I moved to the closest spot.
Gotcha.
Because there was absolutely nothing I could stealth through to get to the other side to make it easy charge.
Yeah, here it comes.
Botch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss.
Yeah, what a shitty time to roll a 4. So yeah, he goes for the block. Give me an attack roll. DC is 10.
Don't botch this.
So I'm just rolling a basic melee.
Just roll a basic melee. DC
Or
10.
actually, it'd be a basic strength, though, wouldn't it? Because I have weapon finesse, and this isn't a finesse weapon.
Yes, it would be.
It is?
No, it would be a strength check plus your base attack bonus. So yeah, you managed to score it. And this team gets rather pissed off. They start
you guys pissed
shouting.
off at?
They're pissed off at themselves, at each other.
I know, I just want to say
God damn
it. Yeah, we'll score.
This was dreadful for this team. There was so many low rolls in this fucking combat, or in this fucking game. Especially there at the end. But good job to all of you. You will progress another round.
We have to defend.
Oh, first you have to defend. That is true.
Yeah.
Let's set up the game for defense.
What happens if they score? Is it a tie?
It's
then?
based on the number of rounds. So you guys scored by round 7.
Okay.
So if they can score faster than you,
Gotcha.
then you
Then
lose.
They win, but if they're
Correct. So let me have you guys move your pieces up near the bowl.
All right, so we just start at the bowl here, or we start
Anywhere on the
behind
stage, basically.
So
Oh, I'm gonna start up here.
Okay.
I think
does anyone with a better perception than 7 want to be the lookout, or should I just do it? Because I'm not
Who's
gonna.
the last guy on
I
this
do
team?
not have better perception.
Yeah, I have a 6.
I
So
also
I
have
was gonna do the roaming around.
I have a 5. I was gonna do defense. I have a CMB of 6. I don't know. If
This
that's
guy, by the
better.
way, was up here. As he gets down, you'll notice him there.
That is Antaeus.
What? I don't reuse assets. That's whatever that guy's name is. Drax, I think it is. All right.
Okay, so I guess I'll try to be lookout.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you've got your roll set up. And then roll into initiative when you're ready.
I don't. I'm not. What do you guys think I should do on defense? I actually don't. Are there any fucking animals or anything in this arena that I could
Kill an animal.
Any rats or something around? Or
No.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can ready assisting tripping people and stuff. I don't know how that works, but
You can.
I don't
aim,
think I could
but-
pass it, dude.
Maybe just try to delay them somehow.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can use bluff to try to make people go different routes if you find them?
I guess that might be it, but I still have to spot people. My perception is only
Yeah.
+2. So
Well, I mean, Tess could tell you where they are, and then you could say things
Okay,
to try and
yeah.
fuck with them.
all right, it says
I
spot
mean,
something.
hopefully I can tell you where they are. I had some pretty bad perception rolls.
Do you guys
in
share a
last
language that they might not have?
What's the most obscure language? I have Gnome, Elven, and Dwarven.
I can do Gnome or Elven. I don't have Dwarven.
Let's do Gnome.
Gnome sounds
Yeah.
basic.
All right. Well, I can't understand anything besides common and halfling. So
Yeah, no, this is just for them to
I
like
know.
fuck with them. We don't need to know what they're saying.
Okay.
Well, if they want us to know what they're saying, they
Common
can
and
switch.
goblin.
Okay, so I want to keep track of this because Tess would be able to keep track of this. So if I want
Oh,
to
yeah.
communicate to Dracus, I can talk in Goblin. To Lynn, Gnome. If I want to tell something to Kit and Chewer, I have to speak Common. And does Valerio know any extra languages?
Orc or goblin or druidic, which you probably don't know druidic, but
How do you have Druidic?
Part of the shifter.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do Orc or Goblin for you. Just thinking, like, if I want to, like, just mix it up and be obscure, cater it towards the person I'm trying to communicate towards if I know who I want to communicate towards, but
Mm. I
we
might
will
have to
see.
AFK for a minute or two just to pick up some food
Well,
soon.
let's.
but
Do you know about how long?
should be here any minute.
All right, let's take a short break since Dan walked away anyway. When we come back, we'll see how you guys do on defense. Back. All right. Gray Bloom, start us off. Oh, let me remove. I'm gonna remove your ball
Alright.
icon while you're doing that. You don't have the ball anymore.
So going down this thing doesn't affect my speed
Nope.
at all, though, right? Just going up.
Just going up. Just like climbing, the fastest way down is a free fall. All right.
All right. Am I just rolling perceptions or?
Yeah, you can give me a perception. Okay. You do not hear or see anything. Tisara.
Okay, so I have to athletics to get up this, don't I?
Yeah, if you're gonna try to, well, no, do you have less than a 10 strength?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you'll need to make an athletics check to climb it, because taking 10 will not get you up it.
All right. Come on, give me a decent roll, please. Oh,
Okay.
that's actually
Yeah, you
pretty
can
good.
climb.
So am I able to get all the way up this?
Yep.
Cool. So I'll be like right here, and I doubt I'll be able to see a whole lot yet, but we'll perception just to tell.
Okay. I'm gonna do some movements here. Check some stuff here. Don't you guys be rolling like shit again. That ain't cool. Guy is gonna go here. these guys are almost always on the same initiative. Valerio.
I'm looking around. I don't see anything.
From where you're at, give me a perception.
20.
No, nothing that you can see from where you're at. Yeah.
All right. Just for the record, I am on the top here.
Yep, I know.
I'll just I'll just shift around. See if I notice anything. That's it.
Okay. This guy is gonna go here.
Gonna go up there.
Yep. Give me a perception check from there. Ooh, not quite enough. Lynn. You're muted.
I'm just gonna hang out, sort of out on the outskirts out here for now.
Okay.
Something like that.
Graybloom.
This is the highest point of this.
Yeah,
right?
can you give me either an athletics to get up there, or because that's gonna cost you movement otherwise. Okay. Give me a perception from there. Yeah, you can immediately see that there are. Oops. These two guys not even making an effort to be stealthy.
I got two guys on the south side.
Do you see anything in their hands?
Tassara. They do not have the ball. You know that for certain. They have both hands open.
No ball.
All right, Tess from up there. With this being pointed out, you can see now what Graybloom sees. The two of them here, and you can also end up catching sight of this guy here, who also does not have the ball.
Okay. So I'll just say there's another one straight out from Kitten, but also no ball there.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is going to. Yeah, so he will see you up there, Tess. And in Sylvan, you will hear him shout, "Exactly where we expected." And then he'll move to here. And then you'll hear also in Sylvan, and we're caught down here. These two guys are going to. One of these guys is going to come up to you. And he will get up there a little bit less than gracefully, but still get up there. The other guy is going to move here and then over to here. One more over here. Valeria.
Yeah, I am going to perception again. If I can find it on my sheet properly. See nothing probably.
Yep. No changes.
I will move. Basically, I've heard that we've seen two or three people, and the other ones are missing. So
Oh, actually, well, one thing. I mean, you should be able to see this guy here, right?
Right.
Okay.
I see. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I will go defensive on the
Okay.
hole here.
Yeah. This guy over here is going to have to make himself one of these. That's fine. And then on the one. Oh. That's rough. Tess, give me a perception. Yeah, you notice the bridge flip over here, where you see this guy, and he goes plummeting down onto the floor.
Does it look like he had a ball or dropped a ball?
He did not look like he had the ball.
Okay.
Drekis.
Going. Oh wait. There we go. Wow. Great. My computer's being super dumb.
I'm sorry.
There we go. Over there.
You were right over here.
Yeah. Jeez. I'm gonna go here and then perception.
Okay.
I'm worried they're trying to sneak around.
Yep. Give me a perception. Oh.
There's crates. Found them.
Well, you can see this dude from there. I guess you can't. He's behind a thing because he fell and is laying on his back. Lynn.
They seem actually to give a shit about Grey Bloom for some reason, so I'm just gonna go up the middle. Let's go here.
Okay. Grey Bloom.
I'm gonna acrobatics away from the dude.
Okay. Go for it. Ooh, he will get an attack of opportunity. It will be trying to take the legs out from underneath you. We'll actually give that to you in game, since he has the thing. Because I rolled a 14 naturally, so I want to put the attacks in there. So I'll let you have the 14. So does a 23 beat?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you will go to like flip away, and he will like grab you by the feet, and you'll just kind of like land on your back. So that is your move action lost.
I trip him.
Okay. Give me a CMB.
Definitely not gonna work, but let's do it.
Nope. You like swing out your leg, and it doesn't even come close to even getting beneath his feet. Beneath his. Tess.
So I'll call out the one fell off middle bridge. I'm gonna perception, see if I can figure out where. Nope, that's terrible.
Ooh. Good thing you guys are rolling like they were.
I want to try something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to get on this bridge, but can I want to see like how much movement these things have if I were to just like kind of like stomp or like push at it with one foot just to see if I can.
It moves pretty easily. They're on there, but they're like tied off in a way that they bend back and forth without a lot of difficulty.
Sure. So I just want to like hit it and make it move a bunch so that if someone were to start trying to come across it, it's a little extra difficult. So I don't know if there's like any check you want to make.
No,
but
that's fine.
just,
Saying that you're doing that is enough to increase the DC.
Cool.
Ooh. And then this. Nice. Okay. Okay. This guy is going to here. And this guy's the one that knocked down Greybloom, so he's gonna move over to here.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep, if you want it. You can try to trip him. Maybe a nat 20. Greybloom.
Oh, I'd be great on that one.
It's your opportunity, Greybloom. You want to take it?
Be pooping.
No, he's there. No. Okay. Nope. And then he'll move into here. This guy is going to move to here. Valerio. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to skip past you by accident.
So, does it matter? Like, can I like be like that, or does it like I want to be like protecting the thing?
Yeah, you're fine. The square next to where the black circle is where you would be. Next to the black
Like
circle.
this?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I just take a defensive posture over it.
Okay.
Well, you got to ready like a trip or something, right? You can't just be defensive.
Yeah, you do have to have something actively readied.
Yeah, I already trip.
Okay. All right. This dude gets up and then starts trying to climb this again. That's fine. He'll get up there eventually. Drakus, you will see him climbing up there. This dude that's here.
Do I see anybody else?
You can see this guy here. Ooh. But no, you will not see anybody else.
Oh, shit. 640 will get him. I'm just gonna get right next to that guy.
Okay. Right now you're inside of that guy.
Yeah, not on him, but.
Yeah, but you can maybe block what he was planning to do.
Yep.
Lynn.
At this point, if those guys want to push me over, they can anyways. So I'm just gonna try the only thing I can try, and take a withdrawal action.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back this way, and if they are going that way, I'm gonna try and block the barrels. But
Okay. Greybloom.
Alright, I'm gonna get up.
Yep.
That takes my whole move, right?
That is your move action. Yep.
Yeah, so I'll just perception after that.
Okay. Give me a perception. Nope. Nothing around, aside from what you can see. That's it. Tassara.
I'm gonna 5-foot step back one. I'm gonna keep messing with this bridge, and we'll throw out a perception.
Yep.
Okay.
No changes so far.
Yeah.
where it gets rough. A real crazy high here. Can I get perceptions from everybody? Okay. Yeah. Drax. Oh, wait, Drax is them. Sorry. That is this guy who's going to move to here. This guy is going to, I think this is the right guy. Yep. Come around here. Move to here. And this guy is going to attempt to trip you, Dracus. Get out of the way!
Yep, I'm down.
Valerio.
So no one's called out any side of the ball yet, right?
Nope.
Hmm. I guess I'm just gambling. I'm moving back and forth, readying. I don't know if it's like a block or I want to get ready to stop someone from. I ready a combat maneuver check. Can I
So
do that?
either a disarm or a trip. Disarm is an option, or trip is an option. Those are the ways
yeah,
you'd
the
stop
equal
somebody
chance
from
to-
scoring.
Yeah. Okay. So disarm.
Disarm will get the ball out of their hand, guaranteed. Trip will put them on the ground as well, and potentially make them lose the ball. One
Alright, yeah,
potentially
I'll go
makes
for-
them lose more of an action, but the other, it's variable, whichever.
Yeah, I'm ready to disarm someone if they come.
Okay. Yep, this guy is gonna pray. As he rushes across it.
Fall,
character
fall,
sheet. Hang on.
fall, fall.
Oh, down he goes. Sucks to be him, and he'll land on this crate behind Dracus.
No, he fell on me and hurt me. He's disqualified.
snapping his neck.
That would have actually been really funny if he did land on you. and therefore
Technically,
got
you fall
disqualified.
to one side or the other, so he will fall to here. Like when he realizes he's losing his balance, he definitely doesn't want to land on top of this person, so he forces himself the other way. Dracus.
You can't use a standard action to stand?
I mean, it's the same thing. You can use a standard as a move.
Okay. So I'm gonna activate drag down with martial flexibility, and then I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. He's gonna try to keep you down.
Good. Hopefully he doesn't.
Nope.
Fails, motherfucker.
The one time, right?
Yeah, literally every other trip has worked against me. Alright, that's it.
Alright. Lynn.
That was my move and my action.
I'm gonna go over here, try and block those barrels if he's going that way. It's the only thing I can do, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and actually be stealthy too, in case he's running through and doesn't notice me.
Grey Bloom.
Yeah.
Okay. Tassara.
Alright. I'm gonna keep messing with the bridge in case the other dude hasn't crossed it yet. Terrible perception.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm doing.
Okay. Here's another miracle play.
Fail, 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 fail. Please.
That.
No.
And then this
No.
part. Ooh, yeah. So, Tess, I need a perception check from you.
All right, come on. Roll decent. Probably not good enough.
Actually, think. Hold on. This is very rough. Nope. Okay. Very close though. Drax.
Damn.
He is going to start trying to climb here.
Do I get an AO based on?
You do get an AO. Yep. If you want to try to stop him from moving,
Yep.
go for it. I know his stats are not the great.
Hope so.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
you
get
will.
somebody.
You will manage to trip him.
Oh man, got some vengeance, even if it was the weak dude.
Damn it! And he'll stand up then as his standard.
Oh, I'm coming to beat his ass. I need to feel better about myself.
Let's see. This person is going to start climbing here.
Oh God. No.
Okay. And they will get to here. And like, hi. The other guy is going to try to trip Valerio again. Would you stay down?
You mean Drakus?
Or Drakus, sorry.
Wow, do
Yep.
we look alike to you, Steve? Wow.
All Hobgorts are the same.
Is your thing still activated? How long does
Oh,
your
it is.
stuff?
So when he trips me, I trip him back.
Oh. Let's see it.
And I never mind.
Damn.
Aw.
Valerio.
Jesus.
Same plan. Going over here now. Fighting it disarm.
Yep. Yeah, this guy who is like currently showing to be the worst member of the team is just gonna start climbing these boxes.
Oh
And
man.
hold on, he's not as good as the other guys. He still makes it. Okay. Drakus.
Stand up.
Yeah, he's gonna try it again. Yep, so that hits.
Flipping him back.
Oh! Down you both go. You son of a bitch! At least you're still down.
So are you.
Lynn.
Just gonna go over here. Stealthily just try and sit there.
Yep.
That's all I can do.
Grey Bloom. Okay. Tassara. Ooh. The jig is up on the
Alright.
ballsiest play
Find someone.
ever attempted.
Alright.
Holy moly.
You like
Okay.
realize you've been looking in like a cone shape the entire time, and you turn your head and he like starts to kind of move around behind you, but you turn so quickly that you catch him like trying to stay within your shadow.
Wow, this is uncomfortable.
I was
Yeah.
wondering why they were all headed towards her. I was like, what is going on over there?
Yep.
And no way in hell I can I don't think I can do anything to this dude, but I guess I might as well try. Maybe I'll if you nat 20 a CMB, does it like auto go off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still an
well.
attack roll, so it's still subject to the attack roll rules.
Well, I guess to everyone I'm gonna call out he's right up here, and then I'll attempt to trip him, but it's probably going to be terrible. But
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Nope, that will not be successful.
Actually, wasn't terrible, the roll.
Always, you have a 5-foot step. Might as well get in his way.
True. Yeah. I'll move right here, I
Okay.
guess. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He will. He'll actually just 5-foot step over, and pass the ball to his teammate. Drax.
Boo. Am I able to quickly call out he's passing the ball just so everyone is... Because I would see
Yeah.
that easily. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm just going to make sure everyone knows that he's passing the ball off.
He is going to come over here and try to be in the way. He'll actually manage to barely succeed getting up there. Yeah, and then he will book it. He needs to athletics over these. Nope, he'll be able to get to start climbing up them and get to the top. And Valerio, you'll finally see something worth looking at standing atop one of the boxes.
Ah.
This other guy who's been keeping Dracus company down here on the floor will stand up
Nope.
and go back down. All right, Valerio.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like a gauge check, like if I can tell which way he looks like he's gonna want to run. Like, is he gonna want to charge?
Yeah, you can
this
give me a
way, or-
gauge to see what his plan is going to be. Yeah, so his plan is to basically just go for it. He thinks he can blitz his way through you and get to it.
Yeah, so I ready a disarm to
Okay.
smack the ball out of his hand or whatever.
Yep. This guy is going to, having finally gotten near you, is going to try to take you down with a trip.
Bye.
Trip?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dracus.
All right, I'm gonna crawl
Okay. Yep.
to here.
Yep.
Oh, not that far. I'm gonna crawl to here. What the? Jeez.
You cannot move.
My computer literally froze. Come on. Can I just grab him and move?
Well, you know, this game is harder to play than Skyrim, so...
There we go. So I'm just gonna crawl here, then I'm gonna stand up.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, you can't stand up, because I think crawl is... Your movement is limited during a crawl. Hold on.
1/4.
Yeah. While prone, you move at half your speed, or you move
Half.
quarter. No, you need fast crawl to move at half. So it is quarter. He is correct. Technically, provoke an A. Oh no, I'm sorry. Normal is you move 5 feet as a move action. As for a crawl. Sorry, I got to the feet fast crawl, which is why I'm saying
very
this all
confused.
confusing. So
I don't know what I
the
can
official rule for crawling is 5 feet as a move action. So you could move either 5 feet and then stand up, or you could move 10 feet, but you won't be able to stand up.
Can I crawl up the box? I know I can't.
You could crawl backwards and then stand up. You could crawl backwards 5 feet and then stand up if you wanted to do that. Because you would crawl as your move action and then use your standard as a move action to stand up.
Can I crawl to here?
You can crawl to there as well. You can drag
Oh,
yourself
yeah,
around the
okay.
ground.
Well, there and then stand up.
Okay, well, he's still able to try to trip you, so he'll
Yep.
try to do it from the ground.
Fair is fair.
Hut! Down you go.
Wait, what do you
Oh, no,
roll?
-4, 22, sorry.
22 is still, yeah.
Okay. Team
Level.
floor. Lynn.
Jesus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sing the result until right now. Gross.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Grey Bloom.
Block him, Grey Bloom. He's right here on my left in the tunnel.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics to move through there, and I'm gonna trace your path.
Wouldn't a goblin technically be small enough to?
Not on that
Or
one.
those, like,
That one's
extras,
too small.
Gotcha.
So you could get to there. Yeah, and you can move through there. So yeah, you can get to there. That is annoying for him. Tassara. You are on the floor.
I am, and I have 2 people on either side of me. This is gross. I mean, what the hell? I guess I try to stand up. I
Yep.
can't.
Only one of them will try to trip you.
Okay. It'll probably succeed, but
Yep.
back down.
This one is going to just head over to here. And needs to... No, damn, you do not climb those boxes. You stay right there. Drax.
Keep your ass there. That's your
That's
person.
my guy. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. This guy is going to move over to here. And then this guy is going to have to change his movement plans. So you'll get a attack, or I'm sorry, he gets to try to acrobatics away. Nope, you get an attack of opportunity. I'm pretty sure 12 does not lose to your CMB.
Eat him.
But that will... Hold on. Yeah, that will not beat his CMD. Very, very close, though. He will move to... here. This trip competition's good.
And then it's over, right? We win?
I mean, they can still
score on
try
the
to
same
score.
round. And then it's a tie.
Well, this is round 7.
Right, so they could score on the next round and make a tie.
Oh, it was round 8? I thought
Round
we
8.
had got it on round 7.
I thought, yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, no, we were in round 7, so they have to score by the end of this round to tie.
Oh, I thought it was 8. Are you're sure it was 7?
Yeah, because you said
You said 7.
Okay,
I don't know what round
I
it is.
do forget things. I'm not like...
no, 7 was just what you said. So that's what
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
That'll
know if
actually
you were
change.
right or
That'll
wrong.
change his action then. Hold on. So in his movement, he would go to. He's just going to try the hardest part of this. So he'll move to here. He'll move to here, and he will make an attack roll.
It's a couple of things. Just
Yeah.
double checking. He's using this to avoid AOs, right?
He failed the acrobatics to avoid AOs.
So he loses that move action.
No, you take the attack of opportunity. I thought. Hold on.
If you attempt to move through an enemy space and fail the check, you lose the move action and provoke an attack of opportunity, I thought.
That's if he's
I'm
moving
looking-
through his
pulling up.
space. He's just moving through a threatened square.
Correct. I'm moving through a threatened square, not through a space.
So what's the penalty for
Move
failing?
through threatened squares. In addition, you move through a threatened square without provoking attack of opportunity. By in moving this way, you move half your speed. Actually, I didn't know about that part, so I'll have to reduce his movement. He's
I
not
feel like
carrying
it's
a medium or heavy load. Blah blah blah. He's not attempting to move through an enemy's space.
So there's just no penalty for
The
failing?
penalty is half move. You have
Yeah,
half
you lose
move.
half your movement,
and
So
you
you-
take the AO.
and
you
you
took
still
the
take the
AO.
AO. You don't lose.
You failed
Yeah,
your check.
The problem is his AO just missed.
Okay.
Sucky.
but
It's
half
like
the
terribly
movement.
worded because
Half
it's
the
like...
movement does matter here because that puts him back to here, and this makes the shot even more difficult. So I think basically this is -4 with 4, 5, 6 penalties, 6 range increments.
Yep. Minus
Uh,
12.
So minus
Or
minus
is it
10.
minus 2 every?
I thought it was. Is it -2 or is it
Or is
-1?
it minus 4? I don't know.
It's
I don't
-4
know.
for using something that you're not proficient with, and then I thought
Oh,
range
okay.
penalties are 1 per increment, unless I am.
2, but I don't know.
You might be right. I don't normally
Minus
shoot
2
things.
penalty for each full range
Okay.
increment.
So yeah, then it is -12, so -16. So he basically has to nat 20 on this. Here it comes. Oops, I gotta click on him. Nope. That will not make it. He tosses it and it lands short. And that is the game.
Ah.
Yeah, you guys have
Who won?
won first round.
Who won? We won.
Ooh, let the hoots out.
Hoot, 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 hoot.
That worked out pretty well for you guys.
We dab on them.
A question I
dab on
did
me,
have for this for the future, because I didn't ask beforehand, but I assume you say we have nothing, which means I probably couldn't do anything alchemical during these.
No, you're not allowed to bring anything there except yourself.
What if it's something that lasts a while? Is it against the rules to do something
Performance
before you
enhancing
enter?
drugs are
I mean-
definitely legal.
I mean, if they can't catch it, they can't catch it. So,
Oh, okay. I mean, because I have heightened awareness. It's like 10 minutes a level. That would give me like plus to perception checks. I didn't know if that was
Yeah.
like, technical.
I just want to remind you that if you're asking me if it's fair and I'm telling you it's fair, there's probably somebody else that's already doing it.
Okay.
That might be the secret, guys. Lynn has to get addicted to drugs to contribute to the teaminies.
Well-
Otherwise, I'm like literally just a barrel blocker.
I was just thinking, because technically I could use heightened awareness, which would give me a +2 to my perception checks, and I could technically do the cognigen to up my wisdom higher.
Cognigens don't. Do they last an hour?
Cognigen.
I thought they were minutes.
Hold on. 1 hour to brew. How long does this last? Where does it say how long it lasts? Does it tell? It's got to say how long it lasts somewhere. 1 hour to brew. Maintain 1 dose at a time.
Well, while you're doing that, why don't I hand out some XP?
Yeah.
Everybody can go ahead and take 1,200 XP for successfully winning, and for some fun times.
Yeah.
Maybe it. Where does it say?
Ah,
All right, we're at 4K.
Cool 4K.
like when we first started, it was working so smooth. Now it's all super laggy and terrible.
This is roll 20.
Downloading something bad in the back. got them viruses going.
But yeah, I'm gonna wrap us up for tonight. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.
10 minutes per alchemist.
GG.